Show. Morning Show.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Steel Toe Evening Show. I'm Aaron, that's April.
Howdy.
And it is our final evening show of the week. This is the last one. This is the one where, after it's over, we look at each other and we go, fuck, I'm going to bed. It's going to be a good one, though. First of all, an update from the L we took this morning. Had to take an L this morning. Got to take an L every once in a while. Got to throw MSO the W so it feels good. I covered. I did. I went and covered after the show. I gave Steel Toe Media Incorporated its cut, and we were good. And then somebody, a very generous son of a bitch, threw $100 at us while we were off the air today. So you guys are getting it for $150 tonight.
Damn.
Which makes me so happy. I mean, the lower the better. I told April, I go, the things we're working on, I said, I'm giving it a year to get them done. I'm giving it a year because I'm giving it a year for that number to come down because I said, the kids are getting to a certain age and, I've been certain places in my broadcasting career where I'm like, you know what? In 1 year, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not playing music and sweating and doing this and going, hey, guys, the only way I can stay on the air. So the stuff we're working on to get that to a number where we're never going to do this again is, we're going to get that done within a year, or you have my word, I'm out of here.
I think that's fair.
I'm out of here. A year. Otherwise, I'm like, you know what? I'm young enough yet. I can go dig into something else and get really, really fucking good. Somebody was asking me this. I think it came up on a show last week. And they're like, if after radio, you had just went into some other industry with your sales experience and, the communicative gifts that you have, could you have been in a crazy high place in that world by now? And I went, you know what? I never thought of that. I never thought of it because I was so good at this. And the audience said, go to the internet. We got you. We'll take care of it. And they have for the last 3 years. They have. And it's been great. And you get through a tough economy, you guys have done that. So that's awesome. But then I went, you know what? Maybe I could have been. Like maybe. That's interesting.
I think you and I were so desperate that day to get this thing up and going.
Yeah.
That wasn't even a second thought.
So we're going to get the thing, there's very few outside of like your Ethan Kleins and your Mr. Beasts and like the really big millions of subscriber channels. There are no podcasts out there that are paying two people full-time, good money to do their show. So like I said, I told April today, I go, I'm and not like I'm depressed or anything. It was just like I'm at peace with it. I'm like, we're working on some stuff and we're 90% positive that stuff's going to get done eventually. But on the 10% chance that it doesn't, a year. I think that's fair. I think
that's good because you can't keep doing something that stresses you the hell out every day. It's going to age the shit out of you.
I can't do I know. Look,
can't feel good.
I own the criticism of this show. That's why it doesn't really the criticism doesn't bother me at all of like this thing because we've made this as much of a joke as we can. and we've owned it.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, yeah, we're very transparent about what this is. But also at the same time, like, I don't know if I want to do that.
I think that's a very mature thought to have.
So we've got, this sounds like a bad thing to people. But what I'm saying is I'm very confident in the shit we've got cooking that I'm like, I'm willing to give it that 1 year thing because I don't think that's going to happen. Steel Toe Bloat Show says, nice jacket, April. Are you wearing it because you're bloated tonight? Well, that's his job. He's the Steel Toe Bloat Show.
I wasn't, but now that you mention it, maybe I actually might have to take it off. I'm
telling you
really hot.
I'm telling you something right now about this fucking house, and I might have to put my foot down because Johnny pointed it out today. This house is kept way too hot. This house is too warm.
Okay.
Like, I'm down here in the morning, and then I'm down here in the evening. My arms are already full of sweat.
I'm hot too.
Right
it
now.
Doesn't feel this way in the main floor.
This house needs to cool the fuck down, big time, because it makes me feel even fatter than I am to have it this way. Mr. Q says Kiki is making a decent amount of money but she broadcasts 18 hours a day. It seems. Look, we pull in. We pull in our fair share. That's not the problem. Problem is expense, whatever. Just the economy, all that stuff. We're working on some other things. We're going to get that done because I know to ask people as much as we do, especially in the morning, is ridiculous.
It's a lot.
Yeah. But it is also, with the way I built this after radio left, I blow, especially, look, when we first started, and this is not a disrespect to any of the guys I have working here. We paid them way too fucking much money. I was in such a dick swinging mood with the radio station, and we had so many advertisers when we came here to do this that I went, I'm going to pay these guys so fucking much, and that's going to be an own to 101. And then you get like a year in, and you're like, fuck. My pillow's gone, this one's gone. All these advertisers go, look, guys, the training wheels are off. You guys can go now.
We had several kicking the dicks in a row.
Yeah, and then we're just like, guys, it's got to be a little more realistic. This isn't like a big corporation. This is a streaming show on the fucking internet. We're going to have to back it down. All right, so that's where I'm at today. That rant was supposed to be about, hey, good news, guys. The goal's only 150 tonight. That was a good news rant.
Got a little more than
what I'm trying to say.
Than you bargained for.
I have a lot on my chest, and I need to get it off. And
I understand.
Hotter than fuck down here, and it's really starting to bother me. But yeah, we got a good show for you tonight. That's probably a good point. And I ate all of April's spaghetti tonight, so I'm just kind of probably all fat and sauce and everything else. I just feel like, ugh, shit. Red Fox Mad says, keep up the hard work, Aaron and April. You have a special talent and an amazing morning show. I'm looking forward to the future, and I'm excited for what is to come. Me too. James says you could sell the fuck out of a car. I don't even take that as a joke. Like, I don't even take the you could sell the fuck out of a car thing as a joke. I'd be very good at selling shit. I was. That's what I did on radio. I sold shit. And it's also, let's be very honest. If you go to, let's say we make, we do okay over here. And, but let's say I do okay selling cars. Let's say, pick that one. When you talk to strangers and they ask you what you do you sound more respectable going, I make decent money selling cars, or I make decent money doing a podcast on the internet? People kind of look at that sideways and like, you dealing drugs on the side, or what's the deal? Fauci's Pangolin with $5 says, calm down, have some dip. Thank you, buddy. I like this. Sometimes I like starting off the show with getting shit off my chest. I haven't talked to you guys in a few hours, and I wanted to rap at you a little bit. Balls and Wieners says, you could sell a ketchup popsicle to a woman in white gloves. Attaboy. No Pen 15 Fathead says, I would buy Coke from you, Aaron. Thanks, buddy. That means a lot to hear that from people.
Yeah, I guess I don't really have to worry. I've got all kinds of skills and experience, so fuck it.
Hook and Book says, I'm expecting quality entertainment tonight. So far, not so much. Thanks, Hook and Book. Appreciate it. Egg Picker says, you won already, Aaron. True underdog of YouTube. Gay porn, ? Egg Picker says, you've owned them, though. Continuing for 3 years is cool. Well, we've got, look, we've got to close on a couple of big things, and then it's from, oh, God, this shit again. Come on, guys, please. Let me do my retard show. Let the retard feel like he's doing a real show. We close down on a couple things. It goes from that to a fucking renaissance period and the best position we've ever been in. It's just, you want to fucking close those things. That's for certain. Pooping and smoking on the toilet while watching, says Freedom's Lunch. Thank you. You know what I could do?
That's freedom. Really.
Look, instead of sitting here and waiting for these deals to close, what I could do is somebody needs to get shot outside this house. Because I saw Keanu's numbers were doubled tonight. Keanu was up twice as much as what she usually does. I got to get somebody's got to get shot outside my house.
I said in the chat this morning, a staged shooting.
Right.
But I am not for it. I'm not serious.
But the New York Times or the New York Post has to pick it up, and the Daily Mail and all these other places. Right.
Because we're in Hillbillyville out here and nobody gives a shit.
That sucks. Hook and Book says total meltdown ongoing. Hey, man, whatever you need to believe, I would run with that. Because I know, Christ knows you need that more than I do. Bo Noble with a good idea. You should spell spaghetti.
Me?
Or I should sell spaghetti. No, me. I should sell spaghetti.
Why would you sell spaghetti? You don't cook.
He's saying I'd be really good at it. Well, you don't need to do the thing really well to sell it. I think...
Let's just open a food truck then. What are you talking about?
There you go.
I'll cook and you sell it.
There you go. Who was it? It was My Dog Bark says, what, you two getting real jobs now? Not yet. I said I'm giving it a year. We got some things going on. I'm giving it a year. I'm not rattling this fucking thing when the kids are like 10 and 11 and like, oh, that's my dad. No, thank you. Citizen M says the Keanu video is real as fuck. It really is. I mean, that is a terrifying thing.
Yeah, she's going to be a little shaken up about that. And it's not just about the one thing that happened last night. It's like, you live there, so now do you have to be worried that there's just crime? Like outside your apartment building going in and out of it? I don't know.
Somebody, oh God, where was it? It was in here somewhere. Oh yeah, we've got 3 mods now over on Rumble. The Rumble side has 3 mods now.
Moving on up.
We've got Tim B. I don't even, we've got Yule Gibbons, Chevrolet JB. Oh, we got 4. Yule Gibbons, Tim B, Chevrolet JB, and he doesn't even know he's a mod yet, but he'll figure it out, and I'm sure he'll be fucking thrilled. Hobo Chili. Hobo Chili is now a mod. Yeah, I'm really excited about that, actually.
Okay.
Hobo Chili being a mod.
This is your show.
D Gulag with $5 Canadian says, obligatory. Hey, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. 145 away from doing it tonight. Thank you guys very much. Very excited about the Chrissy Mayer, Lila Hart, Nick Rekieta show that's coming up on Saturday night.
Hell yeah.
I did find out from Jason today that we have about 25 tickets left for that.
They're going.
So that is filling up pretty quick. 25 seats left. Go to Eventbrite. Get it. Come to the show Saturday. We're all going to have a great time. Doc Brewski says, I have little sympathy for these retards who won't just leave the fucking cities. I mean, I get it. I understand that thought process. I do. But at the same time, when it actually happens to someone you know, you can't help but feel sympathy.
Watching Keanu last night just be terrified broke my heart.
Right.
There was nothing any of us could do.
Literally just straight down. Like straight down from where she is.
Yeah, it's absolutely terrifying. Shit. I had a kind of similar experience in New York in 2006. We were in our hotel room and 2 people were shot on the sidewalk outside.
Jesus.
I mean, that's a really long time ago. It just kind of happens there.
It's definitely one of those things where, like, if you're like Keanu's family and stuff like that, they're going, you should come home. Like, you.
If you're her mom, you're worried.
Yeah, get the fuck out of New York right now. Everyone is doing that right now, going, oh, yeah, you get the fuck out of New York. You need to leave there, whatever. I mean, when you're going to East Harlem for safety, I mean,
I don't understand that concept.
Yeah, right? I mean, that's something. Hobo Chili Recipe with $4.99 says, I'll hire some from the Kimura if you start selling spaghetti. Stay in your lane, Gary. Okay, sorry. Cheeseburger Pie with $20 says, it's fine, buddy.
Thank you.
We all know you're best at ucking. We won't let you get a real job, but the way you have doing the show the last week or two has been much better. Get back to that. radio don't give a shit you had in the beginning. Cheese. You doing all right, buddy? You hanging in there? That spelling, we need to tighten up just a little bit, bud, but thank you very much. 1:30 away from tonight. Thank you guys very much. Dan Snot says, I thought you guys were proud to be e-beggars. What happened? Yeah, you absolutely have to, you got to own the criticism of you. You can't just sit there and go, no, it's not true. Yeah, we are what we are. So, yeah, I don't really know how that's much of an own, pal. But, again, I think you need that more than I do. Let's go into our first topic today. We've got my new favorite rapper of all time. I've never heard a single one of the guy's songs.
Okay.
I've never listened to him before. I just know he's my favorite rapper.
I'm ready.
Young Jock.
Well, that's not a new name.
No. He's new. He's brand new. Hot new rapper, Young Jock. He's young. I mean, his name, it's right in his name. He's young. So he's got to be new.
Oh, I must be
fresh.
thinking about the old Jock.
Yeah, this is young. Oh, yeah, this is Young Jock. You know, the guy who's only been around for. He's 43. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Take a look at this.
9+?
Yeah. 43 years old, 9+ children. Holy shit.
Why do we have a plus sign? Why not just the accurate number of children?
Because he lost count. April 2023, he has 8 kids from 4 different women. I mean, in
that could be
rapper,
worse.
yeah, in rapper world, that's not the absolute worst. 8 from 7 is pretty bad.
8 from 7.
8 from 4, that means he's having 2 with each.
He doesn't have Nick Cannon numbers yet.
No, but he also doesn't have Nick Cannon money. Does what is
Yeah,
he like? Was he a one-hit wonder?
You know the song "It's Going Down."
I know it's going down.
We just had that on.
I know you see it. Knock It Out, Juice Box. First time. I've never heard any of these songs.
I think maybe I just know that one song then.
About It, Coffee Shop, Stuntin' is a Habit.
Stuntin' is a Habit. We all know that one.
Okay, I know that one.
Okay.
Patron, In the Hood.
Buy You a
Drink.
I thought that was a T-Pain song.
Bottle Poppin'. There's so many songs that sound like that, so I don't know if that's a big one or not. But yeah, Stuntin' is a Habit and It's Going Down. I know those two. Excuse me, officer. I know that one.
Are you sure?
Yeah, either that or I've just heard a lot of rappers
I know
say that.
Mrs. Officer from Lil Wayne.
Oh, that might be the one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I only know 2 Young Jock songs.
I know an Officer song. That's all. But anyway, Young Jock, I'm liking him.
Okay.
I like the cut of his jib, as it were.
Oh, jib.
Yes. Young Jock was asked about performing for an LGBTQ plus concert. And what I like about rappers is they're still allowed to be based.
They're black.
Right. So white liberals don't attack them. They're scared of them.
They cannot attack them.
And so they go, well, okay, we gotta, in private, we'll educate him that that's not right. I think the last time white progressives went after a black guy was Tracy Morgan. But Tracy Morgan was kind of owned and bought and paid for by NBC. So Hollywood already had their hooks in him.
I forgot he was like that.
But Tracy Morgan said, if I ever had a gay son, I'd stab him. And that, like in a comedy set, he was doing stand up. He was like, my son ever was gay, I'd stab my son. And it was
intense.
That was the joke. I think Kevin Hart said he'd smash a dollhouse over his kid's head.
Kevin Hart said that?
Yes.
Damn.
Kevin Hart had a gay. All black guys have a gay controversy when they get famous. And then they got to reel that shit in because in the community, it's not that weird to say shit like that.
Your favorite, Blueface? You ain't gay, is you?
Yeah, you ain't gay, is you?
His little son. He's like this big.
Just going and, just looking out and going, hey, you hanging out here by the Slim Jims while there's booty out there. You a mo? It's like, no, Dad, I just want a snack. Jesus.
I hope our neighbor hears this tonight.
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean,
I have the window open.
So Young Jock was asked about performing for an LGBTQ plus concert, and this is what he had to say.
$250,000 ain't shit for somebody who wearing that shit on their neck.
Oh.
Damn. You can't buy me because I already don't agree with it. Now,
okay, first of all, I'm in. You got me.
He's fantastic.
He's like, $250,000 ain't shit when you're wearing it on your neck. I don't agree with you.
I found myself in a space where I got to kind of tread lightly with it because I got so many issues going on, whatever, personal shit.
It's called 9 kids, Jock. I mean, you don't call them a lot of shit going on. You've got 9 fucking children you got to pay for.
Probably a lot of bitchy baby mamas.
Yeah, I don't know how much money he has, but I know that when you have 9 kids, it depletes quickly. And
that's like spread out.
And I'm sure he doesn't have a favorable child support number because it probably got made when he was, teaching you how to stunt.
If he gets broke, can he reform that shit?
It's difficult. It depends on what state you're in.
Refinance your
It can be really, really tough.
Court cases, possibly. I'm dealing with this with my kids. I'm standing strong and firm on this. I don't believe in that shit. If you choose to do that, that's you. Just don't project it to my kids. Don't project it to the youth. Let these kids get a chance to become who they are before you pushing this lifestyle on them.
This makes me sad.
Me too.
And the reason this makes me sad is because this is looked at as controversial, and it's the example of the Overton window shifting, because that is a very mild, inoffensive statement.
That seems almost like common sense.
Yeah, that's a remarkably milquetoast, middle of the road kind of a statement. But now this is, oh my God, did you hear the homophobic thing young Jock said? Oh, what'd he say? He said that gay people should just be gay and just fuck each other in the butt, but just don't talk to kids about it.
Don't show kids about it.
That's not only is that not controversial, I feel like it's something we shouldn't even have to say.
Yeah, that's why I was sad, is that this shouldn't have to be addressed.
Right. Let alone be controversial.
We used to just behave this way.
Yeah. It not only should it not have to be. So the fact that it's even being said is bad, but the fact that it's being said and it's looked at as, oh my God, what is this guy? Some kind of a queer hater? Yeah, that's really wild to me.
You got to get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So
the guy behind the camera's like, is it okay if I only say one word? I don't want to get involved.
I'm not mad at him. If somebody came to me today, Lord knows, I ain't nobody ever gave me $250,000 for a show, ever in my career. I think the highest I ever got is 110, and I was in Africa. But that was a lot of money.
What'd they all do? Dig through their huts?
Yeah, what the fuck? Africa.
All right, we dug through all of our savings. We sold all of our children. Bill Gates came by and gave us a well. We sold it to the Chinese, and we've come up with $107,250. We were wondering if you could spot us the last $27.50.
They just really needed young Jock.
Yeah. They just really wanted young Jock there. We also promised to never be gay. Yo, dog, I could do a show for you.
To me,
but we only need you to do stunting is a habit.
Put it in the house. Put it in the hut.
And the other one. Stunting. We need stunting is a habit and get on the floor or whatever it is. What is it? Party up.
It's going down.
It's going down and stunting is a habit.
Isn't Party Up DMX?
Those are the two we need. Could you cover all of DMX's songs while you are here? He is dead and cannot perform them.
110,000 wasn't a lot of money to me, but it was a lot of money to pick up in one day.
For one day, one show.
To do what I'm normally, you know what I'm
Correct.
saying? So don't get me wrong. Somebody called me today and was like, hey, yo, man, you $250,000. I know what I got to do. Nah, I may not do it either. And it's not that I have nothing against the LGBTQ people.
As he physically leans away from the imaginary gay person he's pointing at.
They're right here, and I'm over here.
Like, look, I ain't trying to say I'm going to catch AIDS. But, you gotta kind of respect that morality. Like, that $250,000.
He's not a sellout. He won't just take the money for something he doesn't believe in.
I'm a sellout. You pay me,
I'll take the $250.
I'll take the $250. I'll fucking dress in a rainbow flag if it's a one-night presentation.
Would you do blackface and do the Young Jock songs?
Fuck yeah, I do that for free.
Gotta perform his songs.
If you told me I get to perform in blackface and I can't get in trouble for it, oh my God, how do you not jump at that? So the fact that this guy has like a code and he's like, look, I'm not down with some shit, so I will not take your $250,000 to do it. They're like setting him up for the Illinois bakery treatment is what they're doing. They're trying to create an artificial scenario that he can say no to so they can call him a bigot, where why don't you just go live your life? Why don't you just go be happy with who you are?
Yep.
You're literally called gay. So go be happy enjoy yourself, all your freedoms, all your power, all that stuff. Why do you have to go to like the Illinois bakery guy and young Jock?
Neo.
Invent a scenario that you'd never do in the first place just so you can get this guy to say no so that you can get him in trouble. There is a very clear cry for help in that kind of behavior. And to me, the fact that young Jock is the one that people are looking at and going, oh, what's his deal? You're looking at the wrong person.
You remember a couple weeks ago it was Neo too? Got put through the ringer?
Yeah, what did Neo say? He said something like he just didn't want his kids learning
didn't want
about...
his kids doing the transition shit. And
right.
being taught that was fine and you can't be involving your parents and things like that.
Right. He just said that you shouldn't do that to kids.
And then his publicist put out an apology without his consent.
And he was not happy about that.
Man.
But I just may not understand. I may not be in the know enough to feel comfortable enough to do this. I just don't know, because I don't want to start doing that. Maybe I don't want to be comfortable with this lifestyle. Is that okay? Is that okay to say? Is that okay to say?
The guy behind the camera is not saying a word. He's like, your interview, buddy. Just go ahead.
He will not be caught on camera today either.
You know what Jock doesn't understand?
Who or what?
Here's what Jock doesn't understand. Everybody left the room.
Oh, it's just him now?
Yeah, he's just talking.
I may not be comfortable rapping this song and this man is looking at me with lustful eyes, with his nipples out, with lipstick on, rapping my lyrics to me. I may just...
You talk about his...
I did not expect that.
Yo, I got a man looking at me. He was so artful about it. He's like, I don't want a man looking at me with lustful eyes.
With his nipples out.
With his nipples out telling me what it be. Rapping my lyrics back to me. I fucking love young Jock.
There would be something seriously uncomfortable with like if you're up on stage and you got some dude getting a chub over you.
Yeah, if I'm on stage, I'm going, yo, let me get that booty popping. And then the person up front's got nipple tasseling. Booty popping. No, motherfucker. You ain't going to say booty popping with me. In fact, I'm banning all you Fruity Loops from saying booty popping while I'm up here on stage. I ain't letting the Fruity Loops talk about my booty popping because I'm talking about bitches when I be talking about that shit.
God bless.
Going down.
Yeah, you know, he does take $250,000 from an LGBT group to do a show. He'd better get it in advance.
Cash that shit.
Yeah.
Down, and this man is looking at you with hard nipples.
You try to turn from this side and go here. I mean, it just might not work like that.
He's kind of funny.
I fucking love Young. Like I said, Young Jock's my new favorite rapper. I hope he comes out with new shit.
We talked about him last week for something, didn't we? What happened?
Young Jock came up. I think somebody sent in one of his songs during Rumble Link Friday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's what it was. God bless Young Jock.
Yeah, God bless him. I'm liking like famous black people more and more because people like him and then Neo and then like you're telling me all these comedians say that shit too.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
like
refreshing.
Black people are still allowed to be based with very little consequences because again, white liberals are afraid of black people. Whereas conservatives, I think sometimes to their own detriment, they don't have really that fear of black people. They don't really care about them at all. So they say shit that offends black people all the time. And black people go, well, what the fuck are you doing? And they're like, no, I had no idea. I never really gave a shit about how you feel about anything.
Like that activist that got stabbed recently.
Right, like that guy.
Talk that guy down.
Exactly. Well, are we talking about the guy in New York? Because the guy in Philly
You know what?
Did you hear the whole story behind the guy in Philly?
No, I'm thinking New York.
So the guy in Philly, somebody will have his name in the chat. The guy in Philly who was shot 8 times, which, by the way, is you molested me amount of shots, I believe is what Royce or Mersh said when I was watching their coverage. So that guy, that black guy who shot that journalist, that activist journalist in Philadelphia, that activist journalist, the police took his phones and his computers, and there were a shitload of videos and explicit images of the black guy.
Now I remember.
And he was threatening to show those to people if he wanted, because he wanted to stop letting this guy fuck him.
Since he was like 16 or
15.
Something. 15?
So they found out that this asshole piece of shit journalist was volunteering at homeless shelters, and he was picking up underage guys to fuck at the homeless shelters, and that's where he found this guy.
That's sick.
So that's why, Mersha's joke of, he shot him 8 times. That's you molested me amount of shots. That's not like 1 or 2, like a robbery and you shoot a guy.
Right.
8 is he's down and you're going to keep firing. So, that guy was a giant piece of shit.
Wow.
I hope that guy gets acquitted.
There was 8 shots last night outside Keanu's place, too.
Oh, shit. Maybe there was a molestation going on.
Do we get to cover yet why that was?
Why were they? You tell everyone
All
why
right.
they were shooting at Keanu's
I have
place.
an actual screenshot I can pull up in seconds here. Let me show
Well,
you.
what was the
Here.
gist of it?
This is what Daily Mail said. Podcaster captures moment Army vet is shot and his wife assaulted in New York City while on a date after arguing with another couple over a photo booth.
Seems
Seems
like it's worth getting shot and shooting over.
It's hard to see this picture of the person on the ground. These were white people, too.
What does that mean?
I'm just saying. You heard the accusations like last night. The speculations was, the drug dealers that are usually outside or something like that.
Sure.
And these were a couple of like army people fighting over a stupid photo booth. 8 shots fired.
Thank you to
That's
1-2 Skip to My Lou for $31 over on PayPal. He says, 1-2 Skip to My Lou, drinking and feeling generous. Good evening. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
You guys are a cool hundo away. Thank you very much. Hobo Chili with $1.99 says it was supposed to be Jerry. Sorry, Kraut. Sorry, Kraut. It's funny.
Sorry.
I like that. $2.50 from Marquise. He says, do it. What, the rapping?
You're back.
He is. He heard we were upset that we haven't seen him.
Oh.
Theodore Roosevelt says Aaron would do cum face for $250,000.
Would you?
I don't know. I don't think I would do cum face.
Publicly, I wouldn't, because I don't think I live. Because I don't think you live that down.
April's freshly showered beehole says Aaron will blow the whole LGBTQ LMNOP mafia on camera for $250,000. Everyone's coming up with their theories of what I do.
Oh no!
For $250,000 to show that young Jock is more principled.
Oh, that's gross.
Aaron, I invite you to come to a charity show at my gay bar. Do you accept? How much? Aaron Imhole, my inner monologue, says I run around with the pride flag, but that pole hurts my rear. So I get it, Aaron Imhole. I shove it up my asshole.
It's in your backyard.
I get it. I take see what Aaron Imhole is saying is I run around with holding the gay pride flag, but I feel so committed to the cause that I ram it up my asshole.
You planted it.
I planted it. Oh, he's gonna be so mad at this. Watch this. Watch, guys, check this out. Hey, Marquise, go ahead and call back in like 2 minutes while I get this set up. Thanks, buddy.
You are so stupid.
You really am the fucking worst at this. Don't worry, guys. We got a year to close our deals, and then this will be a best of show someday.
Do you know that somehow that felt like a relief when you said that today?
Yeah, I needed to say that.
I think that was really... I don't like to use the word mature because obviously it was, but that's a good word for it.
Yeah, I'm just like, look, I'm not gonna, this is great. Like 3 years in, this is understandable because like you're just getting started. But like if it's a year on and then you're still doing this, it's like that. You know what that also means? That means I'm showing disrespect to the audience because it means I didn't work hard enough to find other ways to do this.
Right.
That let them keep their money in difficult times.
I think that if you feel that you're not where you want it to be and you want to change course at a certain point, I think that's...
Red Fox Mad says we should get Young Jock to perform at a Steel Toe anniversary show. That would be awesome. I would love that. Love it. Zen Rhino says Headstrong, Dead Con, Dead by Dawn, Dead Weight. They dead wrong. Let's get it on. 12 rounds of throwdown. Who hold the crown? Protect land with both pound. Limp Biscuit. Get around like merry-go. What's the scenario? That's, is that the Roland remix? Is that the Urban Assault Vehicle remix?
I hope not.
I don't remember.
I don't like either of those.
Citizen N, as in, says, look at the white man trying to tell the black man has it. What? Write it back.
How the black man has it.
Oh, tell how the black man has it. Well, I know. He says, racist ass. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? That's what I want to know. Am I wrong? I'll go drink OE40 to some less racist couple ranting about nonsense. What?
I mean, we're not chaining you here. You're not in shackles or something.
I mean, a couple hundred years ago maybe, but not now. Aaron Imhole says, I was shot 8 times through the laundry hole in the bathroom stall. Quit it. Knock it off. Hobo Chili Recipe correcting me. It was Virgie who said the getting shot 8 times is the...
You molested
that's
me.
the you molested me amount. Okay, sorry, that was Virgie. I like Virgie. Kip Smith says, stick your head out the window, Gino Bisconti. Yes, he did ask Keanu if she would.
There was part of me, like, I was so torn on that too, because I'm a very protective sort, and I would be compelled to look outside window. But then I got to thinking, I'm like, what if it was some kind of gangbanger outside, and they're like looking over windows to see if somebody saw that,
right,
and they fire at you? You're really running a risk there.
Let's not.
Yeah,
just
wait.
Let's not.
Just wait it out.
Stick our head out the window. All right, guys, let's see what Marquise is up to. Hey, what's going on, you piece of shit?
I paid you $250, motherfucker. I want you in a pride flag with blackface, shirtless. I want it so I can come. I gave you money. I want my performance immediately.
250,000, my friend. 250,000.
You didn't specify the 1,000. You just said 250, and I gave you 250.
Now wait a minute.
Now show Daddy some sugar.
Are we doing cum face or blackface?
Blackface.
Oh, thank God.
With
okay.
cum on it.
No, I don't want cum on my blackface. I don't like to mix the colors.
Can we compromise black cum?
No.
Ooh. I
no,
like the way you
don't.
think, April.
No.
It's your face.
Let's line up a gang of niggas and they just nut all over Aaron's face. Oh, that would make my day.
I don't. You know what? That's mighty gay of you. Mighty gay of you.
I'm getting warm.
Would you expect me to just talk about women and pussy for 5 minutes?
No, because your taste in women goes right to ass, and I wonder why that is.
I mean, I like nice asses.
Right.
Unlike some motherfuckers I know.
Yeah,
hey.
you like
not talking about April.
You like shoving
nice
shoving your face in a nice big one. Gender be damned.
Yes. Yes, I fucking do.
I wanted you
Tongue all in the hole and all.
I wanted you to have a modicum of shame about this.
Jesus Christ, I need a fan in here.
Shame.
You're on steel.
Shame.
You're
Have
on
you
steel.
met me?
Hey, I'm doing a joke. You're on steel toe. There are no fans. Oh. All right. Thank you very much, Marquise. I appreciate you coming in here and just throwing rainbows all over the goddamn place.
We missed you.
Of course, Aaron. Bye.
Bye. How do you say gay and black at the same time?
Knack. Knack.
Homogro? Homigro?
Homigro. I have not had a shred of alcohol, and I was not drunk enough for that conversation.
Nagget?
I'm not brave enough to say that word.
That might be the one. Capone with $4.99 says, what's your favorite nation? Donation. Hey, I see what that guy did.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much, buddy. I appreciate that. 95 away from this evening. I appreciate it. Citizen N says, this is the closest Aaron gets to feeling like a plantation owner. You have no idea. Oh, they're coming up with ideas. Glack, Blake, Marquise.
Marquise.
No, see, Theodore Roosevelt, I was looking for a way to say it that you could say it in public, not just gay F word, N word. That's just I know how to say both of those. I'm quite fluent.
Marqueef.
Jose Pantalones, RuPaul?
That's hack.
I'm not really sure.
I do like your name though.
Hobo Chili Recipe with $5 says for $300 and a signed Kirk Cousins jersey, Aaron would let 3 big ass Negro stick their 12-inch Wakanda magic sticks deep inside him, and he would beg for their I can't say the rest of that.
I'm sitting here listening to my betrothed be Swiss cheesed by black people.
Look, it's Hobo's crazy horny fantasies, not mine.
And Marquise, you have like a weird gay fantasy like hotline going right now.
By the way, Hobo, I still have not heard a thank you for that moderation shield
I'd remove it for that
that
shit.
you've
talking.
got there. I know. I might. I don't know. Hobo with another $2 says, also, what's up with your lettuce, Bimbo Baggins? That fucking mop is tragic. You need the fairy godmother of Fantastic Sam's to correct that mess. Ha ha, now he's making fun of you.
I've been cleaning all day and cooking.
As
and
you
this
should.
is what happened.
As you
I'm
should.
sorry.
90 away after that little run there. Thank you guys very, very, very much. Oh, I wanted to talk. Oh, God, there was something else I wanted to get to because of something somebody said, and Hobo Chili Recipe completely threw me off of it. Completely threw me off of it. Yeah?
I'm only picturing you on a casting couch at the
No,
moment.
let's
can't-
not.
That was a lot.
There's no reason for that to be in anybody's head.
Need a
I don't
shower.
think. Theodore Roosevelt gifting a membership to Daffy Zuniga. Thank you very much. I love those
timing.
gifted memberships. We got this close to 700, which is very good. I like it above 6. Anything over 6 is great. But 7, wow, we got close, and that was really cool. Citizen N, as in, says, if that membership goes to me, I'm going to off myself. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. James says, you kind of look like Coach. Wait a minute. Coach as in like the TV show Coach? Paul,
Don't know this name.
I can
Come
do this,
on.
April.
You did this to me earlier during Gladiator too. Like, that's that guy from
That was
this.
a young Jimon Hanzo.
Shut the hell up.
I can do this. The guy who played, I'm closing my eyes so I don't get it from the chat. Craig T. Nelson was Coach.
I'm sorry about the hair. God.
Doc Brewski with $4.99 says only a woman would complain about being hot while wearing a jacket. I mean, he's got a good point there. You've got a jacket on and you're...
It is technically just a flannel, and if I take it off, this other shirt kind of looks like I don't have a shirt on. So, I don't know what to tell you, fine folks.
No, April's freshly showered beehole says someone needs to Photoshop Aaron on the couch in the Piper Perry meme. No, they don't. There is no reason to do that.
Technically, you've been photoshopped in that same image before. You were just in back of the couch as one of the blacks.
I was one of the blacks in the picture, yeah. Carl was in there too. It was like the least masculine gathering of people in that circle you've ever seen. I think
wasn't it? Who was on the couch? Was it
Chad.
Gino? Oh,
I think
Chad.
It was Chad, yeah.
So it was you, Gino, Kumia, Carl.
Yeah, I don't remember who that might have been
else?
It. I think that was it.
There's more.
Kevin?
I don't know. Maybe.
I can't remember. Greasy N-word with $2 says gay and black at the same time. Hobo chili recipe. That mofo is a coal miner black with the strongest case of super AIDS on record. Great guy. Tim B with $2 says thank you for my badge, Aaron. 07. Oh, look at that.
Oh.
Thank you. Oh, we'll make Vidam a mod at the end of the night too here. I'm writing down names on who becomes a mod.
Just let it be a few people though and cut her off there.
Just a few. We got 300 or 400 in the morning on Rumble. I can have
we
four
don't
or five.
need 300 or 400 mods.
We can have 4 or 5 mods on Rumble.
Did you say 300 or 400 mods?
No, we have 300 or 400 people in the morning on Rumble. We can have 4 or 5 mods on there. Hobo Chili says you look like the 6th mugshot of a meth addict going through progressions. It's very nice of you.
Can I be done for the evening? I don't feel
It's aggressive tonight, isn't it?
I don't. It's not even him. I just don't feel well, and then he's piling on.
April has to go pick up Chrissy tomorrow morning at the airport.
I do. Apparently, Lila screwed up her flights, and she's not coming till Friday now.
Yeah, Chrissy Mayer will be in town on Thursday, and then on Friday she'll do this show. Are we going to tape off and try to do 3 people on Friday, or no?
What do you mean?
What's the deal? Like, are you coming in at all?
I don't know.
On Friday?
I figured it was just you and her.
We'll see. But we're supposed to try and figure out how to do 3.
That was when Lila was going to be here, but her flight is coming in the morning.
Okay.
And Chrissy kind of made it sound like she wants to go to the Mall of America after the airport tomorrow.
Yeah, but that's only because Keanu was already involved in a shooting, so she want to gets one so she can get in the New York Post.
Like, ma'am, do you want to get us thrown off the top balcony too?
No, you're too
All
too
3
old.
of us? She's got a fetus now.
You're both too old.
We're small.
Yeah, it's not. You're
And
not
nimble.
going to get the old Royal Rumble oops a daisy.
What if she wanted to take me to the sea life thing? Ew.
And go to the Sea Life Aquarium.
I don't want to
then.
embarrass myself in front of Chrissy. She's going to have to hold my hand.
Then there you go. You can hold hands like a couple of lesbos.
That's my baby in there, Frank.
I want to debate this. I have a debate to bring to people. And the debate is, when should nosy little fuckers mind their own business in public, and when should they intervene? Because you have a lot of times when you have these innocent bystanders who will, think that they need to get involved in some argument they're seeing out in public, when in reality, all they're doing is making it worse.
Okay.
And then you got people who, they may be a gossip, but their heart's in the right place and they actually can intervene. They notice something and they can step in and help someone. I'm not sure about this one, though. A Starbucks Barista's secret note on a cup to a young female customer offering to intervene after a man started talking to her has generated heated online debate. Let me just say this.
Interesting.
I guarantee this barista was a fat white woman.
I do too. I think she's either a fat young white woman or an older white woman.
Yeah.
No in between.
Fat white women interrupt young pretty women from being hit on all the fucking time because they're jealous it's not them. So they try to keep the guy away from the girl. Oh no, and they tell themselves, "Oh no, I stopped her from being harassed." Or you stopped her from maybe getting some dick. I mean, a coffee shop is not a bad way to meet a dude. There's not as many skeezy guys in there. They might be professionals.
They clearly like coffee.
Well, that's gay. But
fantastic.
Other than that part.
It's great quality.
But, it's not like a bar where you see just some guy in a shirt with holes in it and you go, "Oh, no, she should." But even if you do see that, mind your own fucking business and let her decide if she wants to talk to the guy or not.
Yeah.
What's he going to do? Finger pop her in the middle of a Starbucks?
I would say it's not necessary in a coffee shop. If it was a bar and you're being seriously heavily harassed and you the bartender can maybe see that you're totally not cool with it.
Yeah.
Maybe you could mention it to security or something. Maybe. But it'd have to be pretty egregious.
As a barista, shut the fuck up and make the coffee. Texas woman Brandy Salim Roberson first shared the story in a viral Facebook post last year. She praised the employee for stepping in when her 18-year-old daughter was approached by a man she didn't know while studying by herself at a Corpus Christi location. The message on the cup said, "Are you okay? Do you want us to intervene? If you do, take the lid off the cup." See, they've been watching too many YouTube clips where a woman asks for help when ordering a pizza.
In Morse code.
Yeah, by using certain buzzwords or whatever.
Or
And
sign language.
when a guy's beating her inside the house, take the cup off. It's a fucking Starbucks. You can just walk up to the lady and go, "Ma'am, is this gentleman bothering you?"
I think this person just needs a little drama in their life.
Yes.
They're bored.
May I recommend the Dabbleverse to them?
No, you want them to fall asleep?
Do you like senior citizens yelling about another senior citizen about which one's more pathetic? You guys are going to love it. She praised the employee for stepping in when her 18-year-old daughter was approached by a man she didn't know. Robertson wrote in the caption, "My 18-year-old daughter was at Starbucks alone the other night. A man came up to her and started talking to her. A barista handed her an extra hot chocolate someone forgot to pick up." Yeah, there it is. There's the picture of it. "Are you okay? Do you want us to intervene? If you do, take the lid off the cup." Yeah, that's trying to be too dramatic about it.
It's very dramatic.
Yeah, just go up and ask her, "Ma'am,
Just
is this gentleman bothering you?"
If you are concerned, you can monitor the situation, casually look over there sometimes and see what's going on.
And also,
you don't need to say something.
And also, you got the woman at Starbucks making the Facebook post. But then you also, the only person who's talking about how great it was that the Starbucks employees did this was her mom. Not her.
Of course, the mom
mom.
would be cool with it. Moms worry about everything.
Yeah. How grateful I am for people who look out for other people. Side note. Side note.
Side note. I hear those are cute, and they like to stack while they
when
sleep.
you have exotic pets, and there's one that you like, but it's not your primary focus of your newt and lizard collection. That's your side newt.
I love a side newt.
Yeah. That's if you don't want Newt Gingrich to be the Speaker of the House, you just kind of put him there. He's side Newt.
You know what my favorite flavor newt is?
What's that?
Fig. Fig newt.
Fig Newt. Yes. So anyway, side note.
You did a Newt Gingrich one. Shut up. Stupid whore.
Jake in the Hudson with a great point. April, blink twice if you need help. She's getting punched in the head just because you asked that, buddy. You did not help anybody today.
I don't think you saw it, buddy.
Just letting you know.
Make the call.
Oh, no.
Just kidding.
Whether you blinked once, twice, or you didn't blink at all, you're getting hit for it. It's just the way it works. And not even by me. Yeah, that'll
Are you
keep
hiring
guessing.
somebody? Like,
Let's just say that Johnny's bringing crutches tomorrow.
hey, Johnny brings crutches every day.
At the time, Robertson said the man was very loud and animated. She looked up and just saw a row of baristas staring at her, ready to step in. Side note, she felt safe and did not remove the lid.
I'm only gonna say side note.
Yeah,
now.
it's a side note.
You know, what if she liked the harassment? Do you guys ever think that maybe we're fine with some harassment?
Maybe sometimes
Like-
women get talked to by a guy at a coffee shop and they're like, look, this isn't what I came here for, but let's see where this goes.
Sometimes it's that, and sometimes when a stranger says something nice to you, it's just kind of a pick-me-up during the day, and then
Right.
you continue on. It doesn't mean you're being, like, assaulted.
So the Starbucks person jacked themselves off on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
The mom jacked the Starbucks people off on Facebook. And the only person that didn't seem to give a shit about the whole thing was the person who was the subject of the whole thing to begin with, who didn't really care and didn't think the guy was bothering her.
Yeah,
So
the girl and the man.
it's, again, one of these cases where these people used this girl as like an emotional tampon so they could fulfill some kind of hero fantasy they saw on YouTube.
Well, and then you tell me this since you're the man in the house.
That's
right
what
now.
I've heard.
You're the man on the screen. If you were the man talking to that woman and you found out that somebody gave that girl that cup and they thought that you were bothering her,
Right.
like let's say the girl turned around like, oh, look what they said.
Right.
Like, how do you feel? Do you feel insulted?
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck do you think?
Kinda
You think I'm just
shitty.
coming over here trying, like I said, trying to finger pop her under the table? I mean, only if she
you
wants
should.
me to.
Really?
I'm not just coming. I don't lead with that move.
Everyone knows coffee makes girls horny.
Oh, yeah. But smelly.
Hey, that's a nice smell. I love a good bean roast.
Skeezy says, women wonder why guys don't approach them anymore. I do, man. I feel bad for young single males.
I do understand that take.
Yeah.
100%.
I get it. It's one of those things where there's now so many like little, you can do everything right. And if a woman just goes, ew, get away from me, all of a sudden you're a creep, you're a weirdo. You know, you don't get the whole, you don't get to have the experience anymore of hitting on women because either she's going to just freak out or people around her are going to freak out because they think it's
On her
their
behalf.
business. Yeah. Like this woman, she could have met a really nice person, and then everyone's getting in there with their white liberal women outrage and going, I need to save her. You don't need to save her. She's fine.
I mean, the night you first invited me out with you, some other blonde chick was real trying to save you from everything.
Oh, God. I'm sure she's a nice person.
Or she's not.
I'm sure she's very kind. Steel Toe Bloat Show says the only victim is the woman who didn't get jacked off. Right.
Yeah.
All these people jacking themselves off about what a great job I did. Oh, my God, I helped someone. And meanwhile, she's like, well, my pussy isn't getting filled today because you guys made that guy feel weird. It's like spooking a deer.
You know what I'd do if I felt that they were being overbearing on my behalf? I would walk over to the garbage after reading that. I would drop the whole thing in the garbage and then look at them and be like, yeah. And then I'd go back to talking to the nice gentleman and maybe
Right.
even go outside with him. I'd walk him to his car.
You always were kind of a little slut like that. Egg Picker, I need an explanation right now as to why you're using the @ sign for your A's on Rumble. It's unnerving and serial killery. I'm telling you right now. He says they're not even guaranteed to be women these days.
Wow.
Yeah, so
they
that-
might be lesbians too.
Right, that guy's taking a big risk if you think about it that way. There could be a dick under there.
Do you know what troubled me? When
He could
we
be
were
getting a grande. And a side note, which is a peachable fence.
That is a peachable fence.
He said his A key broke. Ah, shit.
I was hoping it was something more nefarious than that.
Yeah, I hope he was just like, look, I've been doing a shitload of meth, and I just thought it would be clever, and what are you going to do?
When we were at Loose Line, Apple Orchard
Yeah.
a few weeks ago,
Name drop.
I was, in Watertown. I was in line for some food, and there was a remarkably attractive woman that was my age in front of me in line, and I was looking at her like, wow, she's really pretty, because girls do that sometimes. Do you know what happened?
What?
Her girlfriend then walks up next to her and starts touching her.
Can I guess? Butch lesbian?
Both hot.
Really?
Didn't make any sense.
Two hot lesbians.
It really threw me off.
Are
Yeah.
you sure they were lesbians? Or were they just good friends?
I've held hands with my girlfriends before, I guess, but like she had her hand on like her lower back, the one that walked up to the first one and then held her hand and kind of touched her behind her head and stuff. And I was like, wow.
Really makes you believe in the world again, doesn't it?
It was wild.
Couple of attractive lesbians.
Yeah, I felt like I was like seeing a unicorn. You know what I mean?
Right, because you want to almost tap them on the shoulder and like, you don't have to do this. Like, you could score
I know.
dick.
I was looking at them both. I'm like, you could both get it.
Yeah. Like
And then you
both would have no shortage of cock. Like, I don't.
Isn't that the thing about lesbians is they're supposed to be a little more like, or at least one of them be a little more like Butch or
I
something.
can't wait to
and
hear
manly.
the small town farm girls' thoughts
I'm
on
done.
lesbianic
No,
activity.
that's
Go ahead.
it.
No,
That was all I had.
I'm excited to hear it.
No,
Please.
I just really thought that at least one of them would be the dude, you know, and look a little more manly.
I get it.
And these two totally did not.
I understand.
I felt troubled.
Doc Brewski says, Aaron, here's your chance for a foursome. Oh, boy. I didn't get to see the lesbians.
They were hot. One of them was a brunette, and the other was like a slightly darker blonde than me.
Okay.
Both barely probably weighed just barely more than I did.
Okay.
I bet they both had like 10, 15 pounds on me.
So fat broad. No, I'm just
It
kidding.
Anyway.
You should have asked him. You should have been like, have any of you considered trying to get dick? Like,
An apple orchard of all places. Just two hot bitches together.
it's just
And I
the
was
gayest lesbians ever. Like T. Jefferson says, 2 lipstick lesbians is extra gay.
I know. That it felt weird. I've never seen such
So
a
you
thing.
think there needs to be one who's like shy and cute, and the other one has to work on motorcycles?
Right. Like, I would be the dude. In my opinion.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes,
no,
I would.
you wouldn't.
Oh,
No, you
I would
wouldn't.
have to be because I do like outside stuff. I like hunting. I like fishing, and a lot of girls don't
There's
like
a
that
difference
stuff.
between liking hunting and fishing and fucking changing oil.
I
and-
will be damned if I'm the girl in the relationship. In
You're
that situation.
If you were a
No
lesbian,
way.
you'd be the girl. Trust
Well,
me.
then I can't be lesbian.
Well, okay. Well, then I would
I'm
agree.
sorry. I'm out.
Loaded Wrench says Aaron would be the Rachel Maddow in that foursome. That's. Why does it have to be so hurtful tonight? I'm in
Rachel
a good mood. I made a very mature expression at the beginning of the show about the
Okay.
things I'm comfortable with, and what do I get in response? I'm Rachel Maddow.
I have to ask because there's 2 women on the news, right, that have short brown hair. Is she the one with or without glasses?
Rachel Maddow,
Is she the meth-looking one with glasses, or is she the other one?
meth-looking one with glasses.
There was a chick on the news the other night somewhere. We were out somewhere. And she was on the...
That's Rachel Maddow.
No, I'm totally thinking of another girl.
Rachel Maddow. I just think of Alex Jones's impression every time.
There's some show host out there that... Oh, you're not looking.
No, go ahead. No, get.
She's like sickly thin with short hair and these stupidly big nerd glasses.
I want to show you guys. I want to see if I can get the Rachel Maddow
Bill Gates
one.
up there, that little chicken neck.
I love it.
You know how he walked like a demonic elf.
whole thing's
Hey,
worth
Bill
it.
Gates. And Angelina Jolie going, children.
I am Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'm Piers Morgan. Ever seen a Chowini? My name's Glenn Beck. That's Hillary.
Hold on, I'm Gary Johnson.
Hi, this is Barack Obama without my teleprompter. I was raised by the Ford Foundation and Carnegie Endowment.
Welcome to McDonald's. May I help you? I'm Bernie Sanders.
Chris Hayes, those glasses, like he's a little smart guy.
Rachel Maddow.
Alex loved that one. That was his
I
favorite.
love him.
Smart guy.
Rachel Maddow.
Thank you, Satan, for all your love. Signed, Cheryl Sandberg.
Job of the Hutt.
I'm the amazing Randy. I am Optimus Prime.
I am William F. Buckley of the Central Intelligence Agency, here to control and steer the conservative movement into the sewer line.
And the establishment says, Kambuga Shaka Munda, Kuga Kingo, Buga Laka, Bluga Black, 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 Black.
If he's not on Mount Rushmore by the time I die, we need to start a revolution.
I really think what they've done to him is horseshit.
That man is a goddamn national treasure. And he does not deserve the treatment he has gotten over the last few years. Rupert, 112 with 199, says, are you thinking of Kat Timpf? You better not be trashing Kat Timpf. Because Kat Timpf is all right.
Whoever I'm thinking about, nope, not that one.
Not Kat Timpf?
Whoever I'm thinking of is remarkably unattractive.
And she's a woman, and she has glasses, and she's on cable.
Woman is questionable, but
She's on
yes.
cable news.
Yep. Pretty positive.
I don't know what to tell you. I got Megan Kelly's not on there anymore.
This
Greta Van
person-
Susteren. I've got... Who's the chick now? Oh, God, I can't remember her name. Laura Ingraham.
I'm doing my best.
Oh, by the way, speaking of Alex Jones and his Kumbuga Shaka, Johnny sent me a bunch of drops. I've got some new drops today. I'm very
Ooh.
excited. Cheeseburger Pie says, will there be door tickets Saturday?
I mean, here we can't.
I'll say this, Cheese. If you're for sure coming and you want to contact one of us and say, hold one or two of us for us at the door and I'll pay at the door, that's totally fine. Just got to make sure you're going to be there. That's all.
I was going to say probably just can't promise a chair, but we'd do our best for
But
you.
you get in. Yeah,
You get
absolutely.
in. We'll let you in.
Johnny sent me some new drops, and I'm really glad to have it, especially this one, the Christian Cage drop.
Go fuck yourself.
I'm going to use that
like
one
that.
a lot. And then, of course, these.
Living in the gay world.
And
That's
then,
perfect.
Cause the pussy ain't shit.
and
The pain is for me. The pain is for you.
It's just heartwarming, really. I can't find this bitch.
you can't find the woman you're thinking
I'm
of?
really sorry. I can't find her.
All right, well.
It's remarkable how unattractive she is.
In my opinion, the most attractive
Lesbian?
female cable news person of all time, of any era, is like 2008 SE Cup. I think that's my favorite one.
This must be a person I know their face and not their
Yeah,
name.
if I go 2008 SE Cup.
Why is it SE Cup?
That's her name.
What a stupid name.
What can I tell you?
That's the most attractive reporter to you?
That's not. Where was she? Maybe not. Maybe I'm just thinking back to when I was 21 and whack off to anything.
See, I feel like Ginger Z is hotter than she is.
Who's Ginger Z?
Good Morning America.
There's a person named Ginger
I
Z
think
on
so.
Good Morning America.
Ginger Z. Like Z-E-E.
You know what? I think Kat Timpf might be better than SE Cup was in her day. I might be wrong about that one. Megyn Kelly was very good looking in her prime. That's true. All right. Well, look, you win some, you lose some. You have an idea. I hate that when you go by, when you go think back to like what you liked when you were younger, and then you go back and look at it and you go, oh.
You ever just look back to like who you used to have crushes on and stuff, and then look at who you like ended up with and stuff, and just how like different it is? Your taste changed. You just said that.
Go ahead.
That's
You giggled when you said that. Like, oh, I didn't think I'd
looking
be
at
with
me.
someone who looks like
I
that.
did not say that.
I know you didn't say that. I saw you say that. I watched you say it.
People's taste can change.
Yeah. So what is it about me that you feel like physically you settled on what your normal standards are? Go ahead.
I clearly went for more of a dad bod option.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, the older I got, the more into dads I got. So it's
God damn. Oh, fucking hell, man. Jesus. Kennedy. No, I was never. Kennedy.
Kennedy.
I was never into Kennedy
I'm
when
upset.
she was on Fox News.
I'm upset I can't remember the lesbian.
I understand. Egg Picker says, to be honest, watching Alex is depressing as fuck these days. Last good interview was Ricky Berwick, in my opinion.
It is hard to watch somebody get flogged as hard as he did and then not be the same.
I understand why I haven't watched him in a while, but I can understand if it's depressing watching Alex. Alex is probably depressed.
Mm-hmm.
They came out and they just assassinated his character. They're trying to take all of his money. They're trying to leave him destitute. I can understand if he's a pile of shit and he's a bummer to listen to right now. What does he have to be positive about?
It's behind him?
Not really. They're going to keep coming after him
I don't know.
forever and ever.
How much do you need to keep coming after somebody?
I don't know. You know what I think? You know what I think Alex needs?
The pain is for me. The pain is for you.
I am going to hell for how much I sing that song now.
But now we're in the era, we're in the moment of singing that song where we start singing it, we go, fuck!
I do. I yell at myself after.
Like yesterday, it was still fun. We're like, living in the gay world. Now we're at that point of addiction where we realize we can't stop whenever we want to.
Yeah.
And so we go, living in the gay fuck. Damn it.
You know what I did earlier?
Go fuck yourself.
Aaron was at the computer down here, and I'm like way upstairs folding clothes, and I was singing. I just out of nowhere said, "'Cause the pussy ain't shit," and he must have like taken his headphone off. He's like, "What'd you say?" And then I had to like, I scream singed it.
She had to tell him. She goes, "Oh, I just said the pussy ain't shit." I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah."
No, but I scream singed it.
That's
so
not,
you can hear me.
I understand. Pussy ain't shit.
I'm sorry, neighbor.
Gotcha. Dead Game says, just look for yourself, and she's gave birth, and that ass got higher. Who? Who did this?
Ooh.
Oh, Ainsley Earhart. All right.
The ass got higher.
How about hottest cable news women ever? We'll do that. Top 20 hottest news anchors in the world. I don't want news anchors.
You know what I'm Googling? Lesbians with shows.
Lesbians with shows.
Yeah. I gotta know who that is.
All right, this is from this month. Top 20 Fox News female anchors. Let's see. Let's take a look at their list.
50 best lesbian shows you should watch.
Cheryl Cassone. I don't know who that is.
No.
Julie Banderas. That's one they were saying in the chat a little bit ago. She's all right. Maria Bartiromo. Look, she's smart. She's a very smart, intelligent woman. I wouldn't
Not
say.
hot.
I wouldn't say this is.
These are not hot people.
Shannon Bream.
Ew.
I don't know what that is.
She's my side nude.
I don't know what that is. All right, here we go. Sandra Smith, number 1. Okay, I mean, she's cute. Number 2, Carly Shimkus.
She's hot.
Carly Shimkus is all right. Oh, she's the same age as me.
I would.
Oh, look at that.
Look at you going age appropriate after I'm gone.
Emily Campagno. She's cute.
She could be a good companion.
Alicia Acuna Matata. She's a little long in the tooth for me. 53, yeah.
I can't find this cunt.
Aisha Hasney.
She's cute.
She's a cutie. She's got kind of a what's her name? Mila Kunis thing going on.
Mila Kunis.
Cheryl Cassone. Yeah, a little too much for me. 53.
If anyone could help me out by Googling like methed out glasses, cable show host, lesbian girl.
Shannon Bream. Arthel Neville? What?
Ew,
Are you out of your goddamn mind?
They needed a diversity pick.
Martha McCallum. I get.
Oh my God.
Harris Faulkner, no thanks.
Howard Stern came up under my search.
You know what? He is a lesbian news person. Dagan McDowell.
Ew.
No thanks.
Your parents hated you.
There's Ainsley Earhart. This is the one a lot of people like. How old is Ainsley nowadays? 47? She's hanging in there.
That is a lot of Botox.
Good for Ainsley. Dana Perino. Good in her day. I mean, she's 51 now. Look, once you're over 50, you kind of have to grade on a curve. Lauren Simonetti. She's 42.
Crazy eyes.
She's got crazy eyes. She really does. Jerry Willis. Looks like Drew Carey on the left. Sorry.
Ew.
Jennifer Griffin.
Make it stop.
She was great on The Walking Dead.
Was this not a...
Liz Clayman. I'm not. No thanks. Not for me. And Laura Ingram. Laura Ingram's barely a chick. I don't like that list. And they were only doing Fox people. I mean, granted, the Fox people have 90% of the attractive news ladies, but you're leaving out a couple when you leave out CNN and MSNBC. Speaking of celebrities, speaking of famous people that have been around for a while, and speaking of alcoholics, Adele says that she had to quit drinking because in her 20s, she was a borderline alcoholic.
But
this story to me just screams of someone who's just looking for some column inches and some media attention, because everyone's a borderline alcoholic in their 20s.
yeah, you're not in your 20s anymore. Calm down.
Right. Relax, you 35-year-old. Yeah, 35 is about the age where you go, I got to cut back.
Oh, so I'm not there yet.
Well, 30 30 preferably is where you start
Nah,
to look at that
you know
and
what?
go,
I've had kids for 4 years now. That's when I cut back.
okay.
Immediately.
So Adele is saying that she was a borderline alcoholic in her 20s. I mean, you should, especially before the age of 25, you should be having a lot of days where you are it's quiet and you go to yourself and you say, God, I should probably not drink so much. This is approaching problem territory. That happens all the time in your 20s.
Oh, yeah. Well, how many mornings did you wake up and be like, I'm never fucking drinking again?
Dude, how many times was it
Ever.
like the afternoon and you realize, wow, maybe starting drinking at 9 o'clock this morning was a bad idea.
Oh.
You just feel all bummed out because you're not partying now at night because you're like, oh, I got all shit-faced during the day. I really am a piece of shit. Perhaps I should think about, making some changes.
I've skipped all forms of nourishment for the day, and I only put rum in my stomach.
I had such a moment when I was like 20 or 21 where this girl was talking to me about perhaps going to church with her and learning about Jesus and like reading the Bible. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it sounds okay. I'm like, oh, look, I'm not that fucking bad.
Okay, but did she put out?
No, church girl didn't fuck. We weren't like trying to. She was
Church
like,
girl.
she wasn't like a thing I was trying to
So
fuck.
this
She was like someone who lived in a house of
Down
someone.
by the river.
You know what my problem was? I was always trying to fuck a girl in a house. And because I had my eye on fucking that girl in the house, I was not understanding the vibes maybe another girl in the house
You were
was giving
missing
off.
this one.
I was missing the one who was like interested. And I'm a notorious sign misser. I'm a horrible sign misser. I miss signs all the time. You know? Women are like, oh, I'd like him to take those big giant mitts of his and just put them on my waist and make me feel small. And I don't and I don't figure it out. But yeah, church girl wanted me to go to church. And, because she's like, well, because I was like, oh man, I drank so fucking much. Why did I drink so much? She's like, maybe you want to come to church and blah, 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 blah.
So, I know that at that age you clearly were in Litchfield. Who was this? Can you write it down?
No,
somewhere?
this was a college, like St. Cloud, when I would go hang out with my friends.
Aw.
Yeah.
I was excited because like Litchfield's a very churchy town.
No, I said young person. There are no young people in Litchfield. Schmitty 911 with $5 says, are you thinking of Jana Shortall? Is that the lesbian you're thinking of?
That sounds familiar.
She's terrible.
Oh, you got it?
She's a shitty person too. I don't like her.
If this is the one, I'm going to.
She turns every story she covers into like an LGBT activism piece. She's fucking horrendous.
That's the one. Jana Shortall.
I fucking hate her.
That's a questionable female for one.
She's one of those people who's like a bad person, but everyone thinks she's a good person. I'm waiting for the day where people just like come out and go, oh yeah, she's a total piece of pig shit. Because she's one of these people who's like, if you don't believe everything I believe, then you're a bigot, you're a piece of shit. Every news story she does, she tries to shoehorn LGBTQ activism in there.
Don't leave it yet.
What?
Tell me this doesn't look like Tom Brady if he went trans.
No, I'll tell you who she looks like exactly. Here. She's Lyle Lovett. Jana Shortall is like, look at that hair. Look at that hairdo. Look at the hairdo and tell me. Let's go back. There.
Yeah, she takes
There. That's a Lyle Lovett haircut if I've ever seen one.
fashion cues. Thank you, whoever did that. That was the one.
Jana Shortall.
Now I can sleep at night.
Well, God bless. Thank God. Yeah, Adele saying that, I needed to cut back because I'm not drinking. She quit drinking because she was a borderline alcoholic. Look, you didn't have like a burnout, career fell apart moment or anything like that. So I refuse to believe that she was drinking too much. Ozzy Osbourne drank too much.
Fuck yeah.
And I'm not saying you have to be as bad as Ozzy in order to be like, I should fucking chill. But you should like have to go through some shit for you to like totally swear off drinking.
Yeah, like really start fucking your life up.
Yeah, like she's like, oh, my 4th album went quadruple platinum instead of quintuple platinum. I should probably stop drinking. That's the problem.
I think this is a disingenuous article on her end. Like you said, she just needs a little attention.
Yeah,
but
I think Adele's looking for a few column inches. Maybe the ticket sales at the Caesars Palace show aren't going the way she thought they would.
Well, that's because she screwed it up the first time.
Yeah.
Like a stupid bitch.
She's like, I can be an inspirational story of how to quit drinking. It's like, oh man, I was really out of hand there in my 20s for a while. I bet you the average kid, college kid, could go to Adele and go, define out of control, and she could tell them a story, and they'd be like, dude, that's nothing.
That's elementary.
That's nothing.
Can you imagine though if you went like today in this body, if you drank for a night the way you did when you were 21? What a nightmare.
You know, this may let a lot of people down, and this may make a lot of people go, no, I don't fucking believe it. But, you know, I couldn't really even drink very much back then.
You're no fun.
Look, I would drink, but I was never good at drinking. Still aren't. I was never good at drinking.
I'm good at drinking. I just don't like to drink too much. I'm a good pacer. I can keep going for a while.
Look, man. If I have beers and I start it's like one of those summertime things where you start in the afternoon and I'm just drinking beers, I'm gonna feel fat, chubby, and tired before I get like blackout.
That's
drunk.
because you don't have any water or anything. You only pump your gut full of wheat.
Are you supposed to drink water?
I throw one in every now and then. Absolutely.
Damn. Well, that's where I'm fucking up.
I think the heaviest I drink, like age-wise, was actually probably 19. 19 and 20, I was a piece of shit. And then, ironically, I was legal to drink, and I
and then
slowed down.
I'm over it.
It's not as exciting once you can do it.
Oh. Hey, you and I have been waiting for this day for a long time. I know I've been waiting for it out of sheer spite. I don't shop at this store, obviously. I'm not a big fan. I don't really give a shit one way or the other. But there was a company that had a business model that couldn't miss. And they decided, you know what we should do with that business model? Stop doing it entirely and do the exact opposite. And now it's all fallen apart. And they've gone through CEOs like junkies go through hypodermic needles. And they're starting to realize, oh, wait a minute. I think taking our company and doing the exact opposite of what we usually did that was working has completely fucked us into the ground. And I now get to watch them try to pull the nose of the plane up before it crashes into the ground. And I have to say, it is going to be an exhilarating thing to watch. Mark Atkinson nails it. Victoria's Secret.
I was praying that you weren't going to say Victoria's Secret because I'm about to break your heart.
Listen, Victoria's Secret is now ditching prioritizing wokeness over sexiness after a large sales drop. Since the brand decided to move away from its hyper-sexualized image, that's like General Mills saying, we're going to move away from cereal.
Yeah, we're going to ditch wheat altogether.
This cereal shit is gay. We're going to sell bricks.
You know what? I only ever wanted to shop at Victoria's Secret because it was sex and I knew I was going to fuck. And I'm like, I'm going to wear this and I'm going to feel hot, right? That's the only reason girls shop there.
And it's not just that they put a bunch of fat pigs in swimsuits or, you know, what looked like parachute tarps. It's not just that part. It's the fact that they celebrated it and they went, what? We're still the same company. Come get your stuff. And you'd look at it and you go, now not only is Victoria's Secret not getting my money, but the food court just lost money too because I'm not hungry now.
Yeah, I don't want to look like that.
Right. I don't want to look like that. So Victoria's Secret did that. And then, wouldn't you know, lost their ass on the deal.
Yeah.
They've been going through CEOs. I think they're on like their third one in the last couple of years.
It's been a lot.
And now they're deciding, well, we got to go back to, you know, a little more fuckability here. Now, they're never going to go all the way back to what
That's
they did.
okay, but anything is progress.
Right. The craziest part about them changing away from being sexy people is that it was working. Like, it's one thing to change it because you're like, oh, shit, profits are drying up. What are we going to do? People were still watching
Pussies
that fashion.
are drying up.
Yeah, people were still watching that fashion show every year. What was the Victoria's Secret, the one that they broadcast live?
The Victoria's Secret fashion show.
I believe that would be the fashion show I'm talking about.
I watched it every single year.
What was the name of the fashion show that Victoria's Secret put on? What was it?
I do believe that it was the Victoria's Secret fashion show.
I believe brought to you by Side Nudes.
By Side Nudes.
Yes, exactly. So the fact that they're coming back to the sexiness thing is great because we've watched the get woke, go broke thing. I don't think we've been able to watch a company attempt the get woke, go broke rebrand thing. I think this might be a first.
It's the only one I can think of.
I think maybe you could say Bud Light but they're not really rebranding. They're just kind of, Bud Light's kind of sticking their head in the sand and pretending the Dylan Mulvaney thing didn't happen and hoping people just forget about it.
They're just trying to sell their beer.
Yeah. Well, with Victoria's Secret, I think they're the last ones, the first ones to go, guys, we made a mistake. We fucked up. It's our bad. We're going to try to fix it now. That doesn't happen very often.
I hope it works for them. I mean, if you were to pull up a few of the angels from that show, from the shows, Adriana Lima used to be the fucking smoke show of the century.
All of them.
Candace Swanopel.
Like back in the early 2000s, they would have like Chrissy Teigen and Irina Shayk and all these, like all the names of the names.
Okay, but then seeing as you're on this topic, I would really like you to pull up their Instagram click. It's their first post.
We'll check it out in a little bit, but first let's finish with this. Lingerie chain Victoria's Secret is reportedly ditching its woke feminist makeover of recent years as it hasn't translated to business success. As such, it looked to revamp itself and bring back sexiness, the outlet noted in a piece that was published by editorial partner CNN on Tuesday. Kathleen Chen reported that the brand's efforts to promote inclusivity, which included making LGBTQ pro-women's soccer player and outspoken leftist Megan Rapinoe, as well as a transgender woman, brand spokesmodels, and getting rid of its famous angels supermodels, gained favorable reviews from online critics, but never translated into sales. Hey, get this, guys. Butch lesbians don't buy skimpy lingerie. Hey, guys, get this. Trans people don't wear thongs.
Well,
strange.
That's a
so
little.
Marketing to all of these people. This is so fucking stupid of all these companies. They want all of these different alphabet groups to go, yay, yay. You should never want that. If you're in marketing, if you're in a company, you shouldn't want small groups of people to go, yay. You should just want large groups of people to go, I'll buy that.
You need the masses and their money.
Yeah, people don't go, McDonald's, yay. They just go, I'll take a big sweaty cheeseburger, please. And don't tell anyone I'm here. There you go. And they mop up every quarter like clockwork. They're making shitloads of money.
I have a complaint about McDonald's.
Uh-oh. I don't know if I want to hear it.
As of late, everything from them has been way too salty. That's kind of why I quit eating there.
Oh, boy.
It's too salty.
These are controversial takes.
Is that an older thing? I know. I said it to you in bed last night. Things are just seeming too salty for me, but I don't know if it's
This was after she swallowed my jizz.
Right. Is it?
This is what brought this on.
Am I changing or is the food changing?
You know, that really is the question that people ask themselves for time in memoriam.
I don't.
Hey, you figure that question out, you'll figure the streets out. Okay?
I don't like the salt.
It's all about smiles and cries. You gotta control your smiles and cries because that's all you have, and they can't take that away from you.
You're right.
There you are. So Victoria's Secret, somebody said it perfect. Doc Brewski says all these companies market to a customer base they wish they had that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
According to the numbers, the lingerie brand's projected revenue for 2023 is $6.2 billion, which is 5% lower than it was last year, and even lower than 2020 when the brand's revenue was $7.5 billion. Yeah, but what was their revenue? I don't know. Let's pick a number. 2015? Victoria's Secret 2015 revenue. $12.2 billion. They've managed, and in 2018 it was 13.2. So they've managed to cut their revenue in half since they decided to put fat ladies and lesbians on the cover.
My heyday of starting to shop there was like 2011, 2012.
Wow.
And it was just booming back then.
T. Jefferson says, no, April, you just tasted Aaron cheating on his diet. Changes the taste of the man juice. There you go. So it's not, you're not getting things that are oversalted. Congratulations.
Fuck.
We do have an update on Antonio Brown. Of course, we talked about Antonio Brown yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
He's not paying for his chow. And because he wasn't paying for his chow, they arrested him. They locked him up. Antonio Brown owed, according to his baby mama, $30,000 in child support for his 15-year-old daughter. Antonio Brown today, and of course he did it in cash, walked in and paid $15,000 of his child support.
He didn't even have to prove that he hadn't paid it or anything?
I don't know. I don't know how the fuck this works. I just know that this is not a move that a financial advisor recommends, so I'm guessing that Antonio Brown is watching his own money, which I can't say is a good thing. Nobody just walks in with a stack of $15,000 cash and goes, I'm here to pay my child support.
He keeps it in a Folgers black silk can in the cupboard.
Buried in his backyard, and he's like, oh, I forgot I got to pay for my child today.
He's got a squirrel fund.
Forgot where I buried that shit. All right, let me go get it. He coughed up $15,000 towards child support following his arrest earlier this month. And in a video he posted Tuesday, he seemed bitter about the situation. You hand $15,000 over to some chick.
That doesn't feel good.
And then not feel salty about it.
Somebody you don't like. That's like put your name on blast over TMZ.
Yeah. He doled out $15,000 to get out of jail.
Oh.
And on Tuesday, he shared video on Instagram showing him singing some Young Jeezy lyrics that seemed to show he was mad at Wiltrese Jackson, the mother of his 15-year-old daughter. Oh, I can't imagine that he'd be upset. What's he so mad about?
She's 15. You're almost done paying for her. Just
Right.
pay the bitch off. What do you mean? If you don't care about your kid, just pay it.
I don't want to tell my child that his mom's ain't shit. This ain't about me. She just a money hungry bitch. I've been here before. They locked me in the corner. What you do? I came out fighting. They locked me in the cell and I came out rioting. You hear me, Pete? Been that road.
He's doing well.
This guy was like a national treasure to football a few years ago.
He was one of, if not the best wide receiver in football. And he just had a mental breakdown, which he seems much better now.
He was adored, though.
Yeah.
And now he's this.
And now he just had meltdowns on the field, and he walked off, and he ran from the whole thing.
Have we figured out what happened to him? Is it CTE or is he just retarded?
Well, it could be both, but I would say getting knocked around in the head.
Okay.
They say he's still got $20 million.
The way he spends it, though.
I mean, just the $30,000 on the kid. Holy shit.
Okay, that's one kid. Doesn't he have like 5 kids?
4. I think 3 boys and a girl.
Well, I thought it was 4 boys and a girl.
Okay. Antonio Brown kids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, he has. Oh, autonomy. He named one of his kids Autonomy Brown. You named your kid Autonomy Brown. That sounds like the color of a car.
Autonomy?
Oh, yeah, I got a new Lexus. It's Autonomy Brown. And, fuck, that's a terrible name.
You should have went chocolate brown.
Oh, doo-doo brown. That would have been better than Autonomy.
Fawn brown.
Antanya Brown, Antonio Brown Jr., Ali Brown, and Apollo Brown. I like Apollo.
But followed by Brown sounds weird. Apollo Brown.
Apollo, yeah, you should have named him Creed.
I'm more of a John Tavius kind of guy. I can't even get that out.
Hobo Chili says, Union Jack, I don't even think he speaks Wakanda. God damn it, I don't even want to know. Nebo said, yeah, Nebo's right. You don't drive an Autonomy Brown, you drive a Merlot Broham.
Fucking hell. Stop it.
A Broham? A Broham. A car, a Broham. It's a Cadillac. A Brom. A Brom. All right, let's go ahead. Yes, the Merlot Broham, a fine car, but nothing like a Rolls Royce. You know what my father said to me? He said, laugh, and the world laughs with you, and cry, and I'll give you something to cry about, you little bastard. And that's what he said. You know what that taught me?
Fuck.
The pain is for me. The pain is for you.
God.
So Antonio Brown paid $15,000 just so he could get out of jail. So I guess she's not letting him off the hook for the other $16,000.
I think you make him
right?
squirm for the rest of it. I guess.
Jackson told TMZ Sports just last week that she was upset with Brown for not paying child support for their daughter.
Did they rate that?
No, I was ad-libbing.
Oh.
Claiming he owed her nearly $31,000. I do want him arrested because right now he's making a mockery out of the judge, out of everything, because he feels like he's untouchable.
But can you just snap your finger and say, I want somebody arrested and arrest them?
Oh, yeah. If they're not paying for their child support, you can absolutely have them arrested.
Excuse me, it's child support.
$2 from April's freshly showered beehole says Google Vontaze Burfict playoff hit on Antonio Brown. Oh, yeah, I remember that one. That was fucking brutal. That was, I think that was at the end of a playoff game that Cincinnati won against Pittsburgh, if I believe correct. $85 away from tonight's goal, by the way. Thank you very much for that $250 or $299, whatever it was. 85 away. Let's lock that up. What do we have? A little less than a half hour. You guys are looking great. Finish that up and let's eliminate this thing from tonight. That would be really cool. And then we're good. No more goals in the evening. We're done for the week. And then just tomorrow morning's goal, because Rumble Link Friday, usually takes care of itself. Then we just got to knock out tomorrow's. So if you're feeling generous and you want to become a member or throw something at the Venmo or the PayPal, we do appreciate that. Vontaze Burfict. Is it? Okay. I got to get this off my chest. Kind of sounds like how some black people would say perfect. Were you thinking it or no?
Yes, but I kept it inside.
Okay. Antonio Brown knocked out by Vontaze Burfict. Actually, this might totally explain the journey of Antonio Brown. Let's see.
What year is this?
It was, this was the playoffs in 2017, wild card.
Roethlisberger from the pocket, middle of the field, incomplete.
Oh.
A flag does come in. Went to the head.
He's dead.
Lewis Harris is going to be flagged for this on the hit on Antonio Brown, and it's going to put the Steelers in
Oh, that's right. The Steelers won the game because of this penalty.
Oh, okay.
That's what it was. That's why this was such a big
goal
moment.
range. Burfict was in there, too.
Marvin Lewis, before this drive started, was talking on the sideline the whole time. It seemed like.
You know what the tragedy of this is?
Oh, no.
The pass was high. It wasn't going to be caught.
This is scary.
And was that the game? Was that fourth down? Oh, no, it was 1st and 10. So they would have had another shot at it. But still, he was not going to catch this ball, right?
Sideline the whole time.
There. It's there. It's 2nd and 10.
He did touch it.
You can stop him now. You can still win the game.
Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness.
That was nothing but his head. He didn't hit his shoulder and then his head. He just hit him in the head straight up.
How he didn't break his neck, I don't know. It's not supposed to snap like that.
Oh!
Brown is still down.
That's, of course.
Oh.
I'm such a hillbilly, I heard Brown is down. I thought about hunting.
I mean, he is just out. Watch him just go limp, too. I mean, he is out.
It's going to be everything. That's going to be suspension, fine.
Yeah, that neck just goes snapping back.
Just what a piece of shit.
Vontaze Burfict, I believe, was one of the most penalized players in the game. He was a pretty dirty... Oh, no.
A dirty oh, no.
Saddam's eyes says, autonomy is the perfect name because of Black Dad's stereotype, etc. Gray Duckling with $50. Oh, he wants his own drop. Here you go.
The pain is for me. The pain is for you.
There you go.
Thank you.
That puts us 50 away for tonight. Thank you very much.
I'm so damn gay.
I'm so damn gay.
Living in the gay world.
Can I get the I'm so damn gay, Johnny? I know you're listening.
Cause the pussy ain't shit.
Wayne Chambers with $10 says no, he was an butthole when he got the first contract. Ryan Clark has a story. He was disrespecting the defense. And Dick LeBeau, he was always nuts. No, Steelers won that game. Okay, yeah. That is a fucking brutal hit.
That disgusts me.
But they said he was a piece of shit before that.
Okay, well, some people can be pieces of shit. That doesn't mean you get your head knocked off.
Triple N says, Perfect could have been such a good player if he adjusted his play style. Yeah, I mean, I've never seen a guy pretty much foul out of the league, and I watched Ndamukong Suh play the game, and he kept getting contracts. But yeah, Vontaze Burfict was one of those guys who they kept telling him, quit fucking hitting people in the head and quit hitting them dirty and cut the bullshit, and just never would. April's freshly showered beehole. Powdered beehole. April's freshly showered beehole with $2 says, I know Antonio Brown's former trainer. He blames that hit.
My clean butthole sure does know his trainer.
He does. He knows his trainers. $2 from Hobo Chili Recipe. Says, nice shirt, dickhead. What bowling team do you belong to? The M stands for Milkers because your titties are looking quite perky in that shirt. You know, I made you a mod.
You have 2 shirts on. Why? I do too, I guess. I'm an asshole.
You piece of shit.
I have literally 2 shirts on.
Yeah. You criticize me.
Well, you look stuffy. I am
just say fat.
No, you look warm. Stuffy doesn't mean fat.
It was a carb night, you know? It's carb night. What are you going to do? Thank you guys very much for that run. $45 away from dropping that goal on its ass and doing a half hour of overtime tonight. Thank you guys very much for making it a relatively easy night. $45 away. Just go ahead and finish it off, and we do appreciate that. All the links are in the chat.
Thank you.
You know, we talk about squatters from time to time because I do find the whole squatter thing to be really fascinating because there's so many laws to protect. There's never seen so many laws that protect total pieces of shit.
Yeah.
What? I know. Can we?
I'm listening.
We'll get it to them. I promise. They'll get to see what you're seeing, and they'll get to be as racist as you're being right now. Is that okay? All right? Do you even know what they did yet? Or did you just see 4 black guys in a mugshot and start laughing? Which one was it?
Oh, it's viewer's choice.
Okay. All right. You saw 4 black men in mugshots, and I couldn't even set the story up because you're already laughing.
They weren't nice looking. They're not respectable looking.
Anyway, I'll say I'm kind of fascinated with the squatters thing, I suppose. Other people, apparently I'm the only one who gives a shit. But as far as the squatter thing goes, so many laws to just protect people from, you know what, fuck it. I'll just play the story at this point.
I didn't even say anything.
Now, they're relieved that police arrested several people, and this video shows officers surrounding the home. Channel 2's Tom Jones is live in the city of South Fulton, and Tom, police say they found stolen cars.
What? I don't believe you. So if I could set this up now, these guys squatted in a house, and you can't, once people establish a residency in a house, even if they're not paying rent, they're not paying mortgage, it doesn't belong to them, they can stay there. You can't get the cops to bring them out because it's not a criminal problem. It's a civil problem. So you have to go through the courts. You have to, the landlord has to spend all of this money defending and trying to get these people out of this house. And it could take a year. It could take longer than a year to get these people out of the house. Now, usually when these people do this, they just squat in the house, they stay there, they do whatever it is they do all day, and they kind of trash the place, whatever. These guys were a little more entrepreneurial about their squatting. That's why I selected this story. Listen to the way they, how should I say, put this house to work once they started squatting.
That's right, Linda. Police say they found 2 stolen cars in this home, along with a stolen gun,
What a nice house.
They just really found all the stereotypes in that one, didn't they?
IDs and credit cards. Neighbors say the people who lived here kept them up at all times of night with parties and other non-neighborly activities.
I want to see if you can figure out. I mean, this is so out of left field. They were running a business out of this home that they were squatting in. So, like I said, a little more entrepreneurial than other squatters. Do you know what business they were running out of this house?
Seeing as they were stolen cars there, I'm going to guess vehicles, selling shit.
That's too easy. I mean,
drugs is too easy.
Really think of like what would make you go, holy shit. I mean, that is a bold move.
People?
For a squatting house. Well, like, This
That's
one's
bold.
no, this one's constitutionally protected.
Oh.
It was always something going on in that house.
People who live in the Thaxton Reserve community say they've lost plenty of sleep the last 4 months because of the nightmare neighbors in this home.
He said nightmare. He said nightmare.
A lot of partying. They had illegal strip club on the weekends.
A strip club?
They were running an illegal strip club out of a house. That's kind of a brilliant idea because you've got bedrooms for VIP rooms.
Okay.
You've already got bathrooms. People have a place to go to the bathroom, that whole thing.
You just need a pole.
You have a living room with couches for the private dances. And
you can buy a real hefty duty, like a nice one for $200.
If you have a high ceiling, you could use the kitchen island for the pole, and then you have the seats around it as the tip rail. All kinds of possibilities.
They say there was piles of trash at the home. People there.
That's not nice. They're people. I mean, they may have been committing a crime, but to call them piles of trash is, I mean, I thought we were past all this.
Raced in the streets. They say the air often reeked of marijuana. There was sporadic gunfire and horses.
They would get
horses.
Is this story put together by AI Mad Libs? Is it just they were running a strip club, they had stolen cars, credit cards, there were gunshots, and a couple of horses. They had a beagle out front, really nice dog.
You tell me how these people are getting a horse into this neighborhood.
Probably the same way they got the cars, just found them and took them.
People don't just ride horses into this neighborhood.
These people do. These people do. There were gunshots. I also heard Keanu Thompson was trying to stream in this neighborhood. They won't leave her the fuck alone.
Live horses. One day they had live horses.
They say they complained to police.
Well, how else are they going to get the stripper to perform?
Yeah, somebody tell me why they had a horse there.
Well, I'll do here. They had a strip club.
I don't like this.
They had a horse. What do you do if you have a strip club and a horse? Exactly. Teach the girls equestrianism.
Police, but nothing happened. Then Sunday morning, neighbors watched as a SWAT team marched toward the home.
I'm about to go in.
Officers went inside and one by one,
That's number 4.
arrested 4 people.
All these individuals were charged with various felony crimes.
Police say
You know what that means? Various felony crimes mean, guys, we're going to be here all day if we list them off to you.
It's literally too much to say.
By the way, great work by the Chiron department at WSB TV News, which is, I reiterate to you, have been around 75 years. April, go ahead and read this.
Captain Derek Rogers, City of South Fulton Police Department. Oh. Isn't it funny your brain like fills things in for you?
Could you read it now and pronounce it phonetically?
Department.
Or department? I don't know. How would you? Department.
It's missing a letter.
Way to proofread, guys.
that morning, an officer came to the home after a license plate reader indicated a stolen car was there. Officers say the driver refused to come out. Once inside, police say they found another stolen car, stolen IDs, and credit cards.
Wait, you found a stolen car in the house?
The garage.
I'm going to assume they meant the garage, but once they went into the house, they found another stolen car. It's
How
like,
did these people get into this house? You can't tell me this is a cheap house. This doesn't make sense.
I'm going to guess there was a renting situation. There was a renting of a room, or there was somebody rented it. Then they invited their boys in there, and then their boys got like some mail sent to that house, and now they've established squatters' rights.
And now that the other person just doesn't live here.
Right. I shudder to think what that house looks like on the inside.
You know what I mean, though? Like, usually a squatter house doesn't look like this. It looks shitty.
Yeah, wait till you see the inside.
There was a weapon, a stolen weapon that was recovered from the residence.
Police say the home was a mess inside. Neighbors say they learned squatters lived here. They say it took police a while, but they are extremely happy their sleepless nights are over.
We were out walking this morning. We all looked at each other like, oh my God, we finally had a good night's sleep.
Oh, just that.
Yeah, but your husbands didn't have anywhere to go to get the dick sucked. They couldn't go to the strip club on the weekends.
Can't get it sucked at home.
Oh, well.
And police have been driving by, making sure no one else comes back to this home. The councilwoman for this area confirmed squatters live here. She says the city council is looking at ways to hold investment companies, corporations, and people who own these vacant homes.
Yeah, see, that's what's happening now. Instead of like individuals buying these houses in these neighborhoods, corporations and hedge funds are buying them up and then just renting them to people. And they're essentially absentee landlords. And what happens is they just let people stay there. And then if they don't have another tenant signed up to rent that house, it's just the squatters can stick around and stay there for however long they want.
The rules that like protect squatter rights should have never been put in place ever.
Yeah, I don't know
who did that, but that's like.
I'm sure it's one of those things that started with good intentions where it was like, it was to protect people so you couldn't throw them out if they were like 3 days late on their rent. And so
that's a grace period.
But that's probably how the squatters laws started. And then like anything else, any lazy asshole who doesn't want to work or do anything can find a loophole. And that's what ended up happening. And then think about it. Who are the politicians? Mostly lawyers. So you got the lawyers making the laws and yeah.
I don't know. It just seems so otherworldly to protect somebody who's destroying a property.
Thank you very much to Texican Marine for the 10 gifted memberships. Very cool, buddy. And that puts us only $20 away for tonight. So you guys go ahead and finish that up. Guess what? We're not bringing this out tonight. This stays put away for the third or fourth time this week. We're very happy about that. Thank you guys so much. $20 away. Go ahead, finish that up for us. Let's see what
Buddy Travis. Thank you.
Let's see what Buddy has. Buddy, what's up?
So, thank you, April, by the way.
Oh, you're welcome.
I didn't have your phone number for the longest time. April finally gave it to me.
What?
So
you gave him my he means the show number.
Yeah, okay. The show number. I mean, I've been around for.
That's right.
No, I don't do that.
He asked me for the number, and I
I got that part.
I was like,
but the squatter thing, like, you guys have done like quite a few stories lately where like it's just like people that are squatting in houses, but like they're literally trap houses. Like you're literally prostituting and dealing drugs and doing all this other type of stuff. Like you shouldn't be able to have squatter rights when you're doing things like that with a house.
Right. And that's why these guys were able to arrest the people doing this, is because they had stolen property. Like they find a stolen car on your property. It doesn't matter if you're squatting or you own the place. They're going to arrest you.
Yeah.
Well, no, but there are other houses where like they're literally just trap housing the place out. Like people don't go into cul-de-sacs. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Because like all those houses are trapped out.
Yeah, they go to trap houses. Yeah, no, like April said, it's very rare to see a squatter thing happen in these suburban neighborhoods. But I worry you're going to see it more and more now with like Vanguard and BlackRock and all these places just buying up giant swaths of real estate property now and just renting it out. You're not going to have, the actual owner on the property. And so you could run into these squatting situations.
Well, I know you don't do like the deed restricted community type things, but when Dee and my ex-wife, when we first got into a place, we got into a deed restricted community. And what happened was like there were like out of, let's say 50 houses, there were 3 owners for all 50 of them. And there was this one house I remember that was like right up adjacent from me, and some people just moved in there out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And they weren't tearing up the property or anything else like that, but they were squatting, and we couldn't get them out of there. And it was a big thing with the HOA and everything. We were having all these talks. We couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah. No, it takes forever, and you have to pay for all the legal costs and everything associated with it. It's a nightmare.
To fix it, too.
There's a documentary on Netflix called Worst Neighbor Ever or Neighbor from Hell or something. It deals with this. It's really good.
But see, I do understand like the squatting thing. Like I'm going to play devil's advocate on it, and I'm going to sit there and say that.
Because you're an absentee landlord.
I don't want to put people out on the streets if like, there's nobody living in the house for like quite a long time, and all of a sudden somebody just shows up there and it turns out to be squatters.
Sure.
I'm really not going to cry about that if they're not screwing up the community, but like trap housing.
Yeah.
Like there's no reason a cop shouldn't be able to like move in there and do something about that.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that insight into it. And the trap house thing is one thing, but yeah, squatting in a suburban area is wild. Thank you, buddy.
And I'd also like to say,
yeah,
Adam, I hope you will come by my store once again, and you will have very many fun pleasures with my goats and other women that you have. Thank you. Good
Pain
night.
is for me. The pain is for you.
Thank you, buddy.
What a dork.
Go fuck yourself.
Well, no, as far as the squatting shit goes, like it's just a nightmare. I feel bad for anyone who has that happen to them.
Yeah,
because
it's
it
not
just
good.
sounds like, and there's no, what are you gonna do? Go the person who can't get the person who can't afford a rent or can't afford a mortgage. What are you gonna do? Get restitution from them?
Nope.
No, you're gonna have to pay for the
You're
whole
not gonna
thing.
get anything from them.
What do we got here?
Call from. To accept, press
Wait
1.
a minute.
Answer that.
You didn't give your name. Hello? And then they hung up. Well, now you don't get to call in again.
Where was the number from?
It was from West Palm Beach, Florida. We love our Florida
I got
listeners.
a call from Florida today, and they left a 40-second voicemail of silence.
Yeah, I love our Florida listeners, and now that guy just fucked it up.
Weird.
Fuck 'em. Property rights are the base of all rights, says Doc Brewski. Yeah, I mean, you should be able to just yank those people out of there because it's not their house.
Right. Whoever the property owner is should be able to yank them out.
Red Fox Mad with $4.99 says Sartell, St. Cloud, Sauk Rapids has lots of rental houses, property in the old and the new developments. Yeah, well, you gotta keep an eye on that shit because someone could just, if you're an absentee landlord, if you're not checking on your properties regularly, people can just sneak in there, get some mail delivered to the place, and now boom, you're in a months-long legal fight.
I
For fuck's sake.
saw a house like that when I was in college, over by the Pump and Munch gas station.
Of course, who doesn't love the pump and munch? It's just like the come and go.
You know the house. I've pointed it out to you a
Yeah.
time or two. That one, I assume there was probably like 3 bedrooms in there. And as far as I knew, there was at least 6 dudes living there and definitely had stolen property and drugs and all that.
Salt
And,
of the earth.
It's just a mess. I only ever ended up there, college parties, wandering house to house, and it just clearly was a bad situation.
That puts us $15 away for tonight. Thank you guys very much. Finish her off. All right, let's try this again because in the chat, Rad Zumach said that was him. So I want to see if we can.
Call from.
Rad Zumach.
There we go. Rad, what's going on, buddy?
Oh, man, I'm having a little bit of trouble. You got some, Metro PCS shit running your phone or something? Come on, man. This is Rad Zumach. What's up?
Rad Zumach. We all know that if anyone is using Metro PCS, it's a Zumach.
Hey, you take that back. I'm the successful brother.
Oh,
I'm not no poor that gets beat up by homos.
You know what? You're correct. I'm sorry. I forgot. I forgot myself for a moment. I forgot who I was speaking to. This is the younger or older, more successful Zumach brother, Rad.
The younger, because I learned my lesson from the older loser Zumach, which really just lives in an apartment and everything. I don't understand what's going on. He had so many chances not to be a failed stand-up comedian, but he chose that.
So is that why you're calling in Rad Zumach? Because he's a squatter?
I mean, yeah, really. I mean, we can only send him so much money because really he spends it all on knickknacks. He has a bunch of little
what?
statues. Knickknacks.
Hey.
Oh, okay.
You know how many times he goes to Cracker Barrel and buys the things on the shelf that nobody ever buys? They have dust on.
I didn't know. Well, what else? What other things does he pick up, Granny?
Well, I mean, that and a bunch of KY jelly.
Oh.
We don't know what it's for, but we have our suspicions.
Right. So, Granny, do you think he uses it for gay sex?
I mean, what else are we supposed to think? He's over 50 years old and not married.
Yeah, I understand. Hey,
what else is a 50-year-old man doing with that much KY jelly?
I get it.
Really?
It sounds pretty gay. Let me ask you one last question, Rad Zumach, and I really love this call. How's Lemmy?
I have no idea who that is. I'm the successful brother, so I don't care about those people.
Okay. Thank you, Rad Zumach. Always a pleasure to hear from you.
All right. I will talk to you next time your show is failing.
Thank you, Rad Zumak. I appreciate that.
That's funny.
Always good to end with the failure part at the very end. Oh, where'd he go? Is he still there? Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
I have a phone plan. I can pay for it. I'm the successful brother.
All right.
My phone isn't going to cut out. Neither is my electricity. I like it a cool 67 degrees in my house.
I hear you. Well, I do have to go because maybe my phone might run out because of my failing program.
All right, man. I mean, maybe you better shake that change cup a little bit more, brother.
We don't need the change cup today. We're good. We're right there.
You met the goal. You made your $300 for the day. Hallelujah, brother.
Thank you, buddy.
I don't know if that was Granny.
I don't think that is Granny. That might just be. Florida is full of lunatics. We might have shortchanged which lunatic.
I don't think that was Granny. He had like a different gravel in his voice from time to time.
He is a lovable person though. Legendary Side Effect says, I really thought that was Granny. All right, and by the way, if it was only $300 a day, whew, would I be pleased as a pumpkin in a patch?
Pleased as a peach.
That would be wonderful. 15 away, boys and girls. Irish Diesel, I'm not going to tell people what that guy's name is if, he's got a gimmick going. I took my shot. I made my guess, and I was wrong. All right, guys. We got, you got about 7 minutes.
Making me
to
wonder
knock. Well, no, not 7 minutes. You got about 37 minutes to knock out that last 15. There it is. I want you to just do it right now. Whether it's one of you or two of you or three of you, I don't really care. Do it right now. I would love to. Rad Zumach says, 07, good talking to you nerds. Your wife's hot. Next time I'll just talk to her. Thank you, Rad Zumach.
Thanks.
I appreciate it. I don't really know what the point was other than shitting on Chad. But I guess
isn't that enough?
I guess that's really the point with Rad Zumach. He really seems like he missed out on the Big Brother experience with Chad, and he's still a little hostile about it.
Didn't he pass?
I think. Well, that was a different one.
He had more than one brother.
That was a different one, I believe.
Oh.
Mad Comics says, I used to be a real estate broker in Chicago. This is the only the beginning of what they do. They often just change the locks and pretend to be the owner and rent it to some sucker. Oh, yeah, we've seen those stories before, too.
Wow. Yeah, I forgot that people do that.
Yeah, where they'll rent it to somebody else, and then they go to throw the person out who's renting because they accuse them of being a stalker. Or a squatter. And they go, what the fuck are you talking about? I pay rent every month. And they do. To the wrong
I've always
people.
done things on the up and up, so I don't get this stuff.
All right, here we go.
Call from
Bel Air Motor Cars.
All right.
to accept.
What's going on, Bel Air Motor Cars? Motor Cars?
Yes, hi. Hello, sir.
Yes.
Hi.
Yes.
How are you?
Hi.
Yes, fantastic. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, that Chad Zumach pretends fat ass. He was not. His name is. Oh God, he's a bastard. That guy he just called.
Yeah.
Oh, he's such an evil person, and I'm telling you, I can't stand him. He's a bastard. And I find another show, Eric. You cocksucker.
I think I just got AIDS listening to that.
I don't want to say, but I know who that was, and that was very funny. Very funny. And
I don't know.
Whoever that person is, quote unquote, seems to be recovering from the Israel news very well. They seem to be bouncing back extremely well and still working hard over there at the Bel Air Motor Company. You don't know that one?
I don't know.
Oh no, that's our boy.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
never thought I'd hear his voice in my life.
Absolutely. I'm not going to break kayfabe.
Has Bel Air Motor Cars called before?
Oh yeah, plenty of times.
What?
Absolutely. He even called
Where the hell have I been? I'm here all the time.
He called the Georgia Tradio place. Too.
That's not calling us.
I know, but he's done it all. The man's he's prolific on the phones. I can't do restricted ones, guys, because we've had restricted people just shout the N-word and shit, and we can't. I'm sorry. You got to call from a phone that has a number. I'm sorry. It's the rules. We've run into trouble with that before. Sorry, boys and girls. All right, guys. 15 away. Let's knock that out and call it a night. We're doing the overtime for you. 15's not worth rattling the can and playing the music for. Get after it and go get it. Flag football. This is retarded. Flag football is going to be an Olympic sport. in
Ew.
2028.
How much gayer do we need to be?
But it's a hobby. It's not even a sport.
No, this would be like if knitting becomes an
Right.
Olympic sport.
Like flag football is what you play. There's two kinds of people who play flag football. Well, three kinds. Gay, obviously, is the first one. Okay. But the second one is kids who are too young for tackling.
Yeah.
You put flags on them. You have them play flag football.
So it's not
And number
harmful.
3, old guys who can't tackle each other because they're going to get hurt.
Is beer league softball an Olympic sport yet?
That's going to be next. Slow pitch softball is going to be in the Olympics.
Pickleball?
Pickleball, well, don't give them any
Dude, people
fucking-
love
don't-
pickleball now. I don't get it.
Don't give them any ideas on goddamn pickleball.
It is like out of nowhere just booming.
Red Fox Mad with $4.99. Today's homeowner. Are big companies buying up single-family homes? That's a big goddamn article. I will take a look at that later. Thank you, Red Fox Mad, for the $5. $10 away from tonight. Keep it going, boys and girls. Only 10 left. Oops, not 15. I didn't update that. That's my fault. Sorry. Go ahead and click on one of those links. Make it the last 10, and let's call it a victory for our last evening show.
Thank you.
Of the week. Thank you, Rumble. Thank you, YouTube. Everybody hit thumbs up. Everybody hit subscribe. We appreciate it. So they added a bunch of sports. 5 sports were added to the Olympics for 2028. And yeah, one of them was flag football. And what's interesting about that, real football isn't an Olympic sport yet.
No, that was my next question. Why is that not a thing?
You can't. I don't think you'd be able to because the Olympics is what, 2.5 weeks, 2 weeks?
2 weeks?
And how many football games do you need to play for a proper national tournament? Probably 12 teams. That's 1, 2, 3. That's 4 rounds. Can you get 4 rounds of football in 2 weeks? What do you do? Play on Sunday and Wednesday?
Even if you can't, they amend it. They amend most sports to fit in that 2 weeks.
I know, but football's a very physical one where you're getting beat up and hurt.
Yeah, I know.
You know, it's pretty violent. I don't know. And also, America's probably not going to send their pros to play in the Olympics. You're going to send.
No, it'd have to be somebody else.
You're going to send college kids because there's no. Take for example Patrick Mahomes. Kansas City is not the owner of the Kansas City Chiefs is not going to allow his $50 million a year quarterback to go play in the Olympics.
But then colleges and stuff might not want their athletes going either because those athletes are NFL prospects.
Right. They won't want them to go either. So that's why I'm saying that's why you probably won't get regular football in the Olympics.
Who's playing flag football then? Who?
I mean, I
ask you.
I already named you the 3 types of people that play it.
Kids and olds?
Kids, old people, and moes. Cricket was added. That's okay.
No.
Yeah, a lot of the world plays cricket. Billions of people play cricket.
Do you know that the only reason I've heard of cricket is Frasier?
You know
I
where
don't
it's? Do
even
you know where
what it
cricket is huge? India.
Gay villages?
Gay villages in India. Yes, there's more than you thought. Baseball, softball. I thought baseball already was in the Olympics. All right. Softball is in there. Lacrosse, that's fine. Lacrosse is okay.
I guess.
I have a problem with squash being in the Olympics. Squash is like a dentist's hobby game.
Oh, the squash is the Frasier one. So what the hell is cricket?
Cricket's the one with the weird bat?
Wow, I don't know what
You've never seen cricket before.
is. When can we get bushkashi?
Buzkashi would be a fun one.
Can that be in the Olympics if flag football's in there?
If flag football can be in there, we got to get Buzkashi in.
Is polo a thing, like with horses?
You know, I don't know.
See, I'm finding a lot of holes here.
I'm not sure. You've never seen cricket. We're going to find you a cricket game. What is cricket? Get to know the sport. Here you go.
Whoa.
I'll be honest. I don't really know the rules of the game either. I just know you whack a little ball with a stick.
Cricket is
It's like gay British baseball. See, look at the goofy Mickey Mouse hands you have to have if you're the catcher.
Okay.
sport that is played by millions and loved by billions of people from all corners of the globe. Cricket has been played for centuries. With the first
Actually, it's not loved by all places around the globe, just places that were colonized by the British.
This is not here, right? I've never seen this.
No, this is a British game. We play
international
baseball.
match occurring way back in 1844. From that time, it has continued to develop into the vibrant and exciting modern game that is played today. Cricket is a bat and ball sport that involves 2 teams with 11 players on each side.
Play baseball.
The aim of the game is to score more runs than the opposition.
So, like, there's
One
no
player, the
fair,
ball-
no foul. You just hit the ball and everyone just starts running like a psychopath.
It seems like a
Bowls
schoolyard
a hard
game.
leather ball that speeds of up to 150 kilometers per hour at a player from the opposing team, who then attempts to hit it with a bat in order to score runs. Cricket is played on an oval-shaped field, and in the middle of that field is the pitch, which is where most of the action takes place. At either end of the pitch, you'll find these things. They're called wickets, and they're made up of 3 wooden stumps that support 2 bails. They're important, but we'll come back to them shortly.
The sticky wicket.
The
That's
batting
where that
team
comes
has
from?
2 batters
Okay.
at a time in play, whilst the fielding side has all 11 players on the field. A batter scores runs in 2 ways. 1. They hit the ball
Sucking the dick of the opponent.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
far enough that
Dumb.
it crosses the outer boundary of the field. If the ball has bounced, it's worth 4 runs.
Whoa, fuck. So a home run in cricket
If
is
it clears
worth
the
4
boundary
runs.
on the full, it's worth 6.
Shit.
The maximum number of runs that can be scored from 1 hit.
Damn.
2.
Even the
Through the
fans
2
look like
batters running the
nerds.
length of the pitch in opposite directions whilst the fielders are retrieving the ball.
So they just start
1
running.
length of the pitch completed equals 1 run. The aim for the fielding side is
Okay, so you understand now? You hit it, you try to hit it out.
Mhm.
That's between 4 and 6 runs, depending on if it hits the ground. And then you can just chop it somewhere, and if the 2 of you run and switch places, you get a point. That's cricket.
So squash then, is that similar to tennis?
No, squash is similar to racquetball. And I think the difference between squash and racquetball is the density of the ball or whatever.
I'm not up on my stuffy sports.
Buddy wanted to say something about cricket, I think. Buddy, what's going on?
What's the name of the Aztec game that has the 6 holes? Like I said, it was going to be real quick. What's
what?
the name of the Aztec game?
The asset game?
Is it Zuma? No.
Aztec?
No, yeah, the Aztec game where they were put into a pit and they had like 6 holes on each side of the wall.
Man,
and you had to like run and put the ball in.
Aztecs through round 1 in Denver. All I'm getting is San Antonio State Aztec. Or San Diego State Aztec.
It was Apocalypto.
Ancient, I'm looking
Like
it
they
up right
played it-
now. Ancient Aztec game.
Yeah, they
6
played it in
holes.
Apocalypto.
Ulama?
I don't know.
Patoli? That's all I have.
It was on Apocalypto. Like it was like it's an ancient Aztec
Game they
where you're
played
in, like,
in
a valley,
Apocalypto. Here we go.
and they have holes
Death
on each
game.
side. And you had to put the ball through the hole.
What game did the Mayans
on the
play?
hole?
Pits?
This went on way longer than I expected. I'm hanging up now.
Ulama Litsili?
I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna go find it. I'm
All right.
hanging up now.
Thank
But
you.
no, but that there was a game that was in Aztec that was like cricket or some shit like that.
Okay.
But it was a game they used to play back in Aztec days.
I'm going to take your word for it.
Bye. I love you.
All right. Fuck. If his dad comes by, then I'll smash his car with a rock. $10 away from tonight, guys. Who's going to finish that? Just finish up that last $10, couple of you. T. Jefferson says it's Pitts.
Pitts?
Yeah, Guy Sartell says, does this fucker not have Google? Well, I mean, I appreciate that you give me the confidence that you think I'm going to know it before Google, but I promise I'm not. What was the other game you wanted to know?
Squash.
Squash. Oh, squash is
I
a
need
good
to know
one.
what squash is. All the years of watching Frasier, I've never looked what squash is.
All right, you guys finish up that last 10. It's being pesky, so just get it out of here. Let's go to Ryobi. He might know some shit. What's up, Ryobi?
Hey, man. What's the name of that game where the guy stands there and hits that thing with the stick?
Oh, you mean baseball?
No, the one where he hits it with the stick.
Yeah.
Not the one where he hits it with the stick.
Oh, okay.
The other stick.
You mean cricket?
No, that's a goddamn cell phone plan for poor people.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about the one with the stick.
The
one where you hit it with the stick.
Yeah, croquet.
Croquet.
Close. No, I don't speak French. It's a stick. A stick. It's a low stick. Sometimes it's a
Wait a
metal
minute.
stick.
Are you talking about stick and hoop?
Stick and hoop.
What? No, this is not the one where you have that hoop and you hit it with kids. And no, not that. I tell my kids go play in the dirt.
But it's with a stick.
It's the guy. Yeah, a stick and use the ball.
Let's go to Buddy Travis. Maybe he knows. Let's go to Buddy Travis here. Hold on a minute.
Call from.
I found the game.
Oh, hey, buddy. What's up with the... I didn't think this bit was going to be this good. What's up with the game?
It's called
Hu Akbar.
Is it you?
That's the fucking one I was telling you about. The Ulamala Tzili game.
Yeah, that game.
With the stick.
The one stick.
There's not a stick. Wait a minute. I thought you guys just beat each other into the fucking walls and tried to get the ball and put it through the fucking hole.
Wallyball.
It sounds like sex.
You're right.
But
you're right. It's Umalatzalatzi. Thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate you finding that for us. Now we can all sleep tonight.
Jana Shortall was her name.
Ryobi, are you still there?
Yeah, man. I'm looking for the name of that game with a stick.
With a stick. Okay.
Hockey.
Stick ball.
No.
Stick ball.
Close. No, but there was this one guy. He was black, and everything was really good, and he was great. And he was an animal. And then she hit him with a stick, and then they got divorced. Stick ball. Come on.
You know what? Why don't you Google it for us and get back to us on what it's called?
Everything was too racist.
Okay.
Right,
Tell that guy he's fucking stupid and it's golf. Thanks, bye.
Thank you, Ryobi.
Why don't you do it yourself, buddy?
Call from.
Rather Chaz.
All right, Rads of Jack. Guys, get that last $10 taken care of. Let's go. Rads, what's going on, buddy?
I think I can help Ryobi. He was looking for that thing where your dad hits you with a stick.
Yeah.
I think that's when you make him mad. He hits you with a stick, right?
No, I think he was talking about the sport with a stick.
I thought that's when your dad hits you with a stick. He called it a sport.
The pain is for you.
There you go.
Maybe it's when your mom paddles you with a wooden spatula.
Look, all I know about this game that we're trying to figure out the name of is that there's a stick.
I like sticks.
That's all. Just a stick.
Shaka ball?
Shaka ball. All right, April, here's a good video for you on squash.
I almost don't want to watch it.
I think they teach you this in at a dentist's office for what you should do with your lunchtime.
How to play squash. Squash is a fast-paced game, so keep your eyes on the ball and follow these simple steps.
Apparently people get like all bruised up from this
shit. A squash racket, a squash ball, a squash court, and an opponent. Step 1. Hold the racket with a tight grip. Hit the ball onto the front wall above the service line in the squash court. The ball must bounce in the quarter court where your opponent is standing, unless they volley.
What?
Step 2.
This
Your
looks
opponent
hard.
returns the serve by hitting the ball before it bounces on the floor, called a volley, or after it is bounced once. The ball must hit the front wall below the outline, but may hit the back or side walls first. Learn your opponent's strengths and weaknesses.
Wow.
Step 3. Alternate hitting the ball with your opponent. Step 4. Change servers when the ball bounces more than once, bounces before hitting the wall, or goes out of bounds. Give your opponent room to take their shot. If interference occurs, it is a let and the point is replayed. Step 5. Give a scoring point only to the server. The first player to 9 points is the winner. Squash matches usually have 5 games.
Fuck, that sounds like it would take forever.
It sounds like it takes forever and it sounds exhausting. Can you imagine like
And
back
let's
and
not
forth?
let's
like,
not forget
in that
the
little
most
space?
important part. It sounds really gay.
Did you see the squash outfits that like Fraser and Niles used to wear?
I did not. I'm assuming they looked gay and stuffy.
Persnickety.
Thank you, Rupert, for the $9.99. He says, ooh, that's what Adrian Peterson was doing. He was playing a game with his son. Oh, yeah, the game with the stick.
I thought that was like a leather belt.
Where you hit him with the stick. Thank you, buddy. I'm calling that for tonight. We'll take 7 of that. Technically, that would mean 3 away, but we don't do 3s. We just do increments of 5. So, knocked it out. Good job. Thank you guys very much. We are into overtime this evening. So, we go from missing by 30, begging as much as we can this morning to knocking this thing out without even rattling a pot
So
today. I hope tomorrow's the same way. Thanks, guys.
I agree. So what is then the difference between what we just watched, squash,
Yes.
and wallyball?
I don't even know what the fuck a wallyball is.
My former employee
You talking
at
about racquetball?
Peters had one. He called it wallyball. He had a court in the back
That
by
is
the
the
locker room.
gayest thing I've ever heard.
It was an indoor court that looked a hell of a lot like squash.
Wallyball.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, let's find a video of not Wally.
I don't
not
want
Wally
Wally.
bouncing balls. This looks
There's no
stupid.
net involved in volleyball.
You're watching Brooklyn Independent Media, so gay.
Nope, no volleyballs.
This is Wallyball. Sorry. This is what it is.
I don't believe them.
Oh, you can hit it off the wall in Wallyball, thus Wallyball.
I don't think this is the same thing.
That was a carry.
That's okay. This is gay.
I think you're thinking a racquetball.
He didn't call it that.
Well, he is an idiot. I don't know what else to tell you. The man is clearly retarded. He tried to say that was Wallyball.
Fine.
And it wasn't Wallyball. What we just watched was Wallyball.
Because it was like an indoor squash court, like with the big wooden walls and the floor and everything. No net.
You know, and look, also, let's not forget what this is all about is middle-aged men creating games so they can still engage in athletic competition.
Right? They still say they're athletes.
Right.
To their friends.
Bro, I play Wallyball. And the most extreme version we've seen of that so far is pickleball.
Or SEMA.
It's a side note. Tyson Foods is opening up a bug protein plant. This is where we're going, by the way. They want to get you off of meat. They don't want you eating meat anymore. So they say, hey, bugs are just, we can pack them all in tight like sawdust and we can make burgers out of them and you'll never know the difference.
And this is very common in countries where maybe it's a more sustainable source of protein, which is understandable. Maybe they don't have like the ability to grow livestock or
Poor
whatever.
people, you're saying.
Poor people. It's
Okay.
poor people food.
Poor people food.
They're brainwashing children in this country where there's plenty of cows and pigs
Yeah.
with this larva candy.
Yeah.
And the kids love it.
They want us all to eat bugs and shit. Like, that's what I don't get about this New World Order stuff. Like, can't you just have a New World Order where you guys are all really rich and we still have pigs and cows? Like, you seem to be doing okay now with the way things are.
Oh.
Why do you got to change it so we got to get rid of all the pigs and cows and then we all eat worms? That's to me where the sadistic part comes in, where it's like, isn't just being rich and in charge enough? Do you really have to turn us all into Fear Factor contestants?
Because I think pigs and cows are icky, and pigs and cows fart and wreck the climate, Aaron.
I guess. Well, let's go one more time to the phones here tonight.
Call from
Buddy Travis, I want to talk about.
All right. What's going on, buddy? What can I do for you? Everyone's really happy April gave you the number, by the way.
I didn't give it to him.
I did.
I'm kind of like, so the food stuff thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, do you understand that, like, everything you buy that is a pre-processed food, like the federal government allows, like the FDA allows a certain amount of bug and like animal products to be put into that.
Oh yeah.
Like through their processing thing.
It would disgust most people to find out just how much.
By the way, when you call in, some people like Be More Lents just write in the chat, stickball.
Stickball.
Okay. Shut up. Anyway. So I'm ex-military, and I've done a lot of FTXs, like living out in the woods. April, I'm sure you can agree with me, like living out in the woods and stuff like that. But you bring stuff with you. Have you ever truly lived in the woods?
I have not.
Like eating bugs ain't a bad thing.
I've eaten bugs before.
I disagree. I think it's something you can do. I still think it's a dog shit thing to do.
Aaron's over here gnawing on grass first.
Yeah. You're sitting here like, hey, man, eating bugs isn't bad. No, it's bad. It's just you can do it. It's like sticking your own finger up your asshole. It can be done. It's not good.
Some like it.
Well, now I really want to grasp onto this aspect of like, so you don't like bugs in your food and stuff like that. Well, that's going to happen, any food processing plant. But let's go on to a broader spectrum of it.
Everyone's really excited for this.
I believe fuck spade and neutering your cats and dogs and shit like that. Let them breed.
Oh, yeah? What are we going to do then?
Chop them all up
Oh, then we eat them.
Now we have, yeah, exactly. Okay. Now we have a food product we can ship to China.
Do you have any idea how sinewy that's going to be?
Yeah, what do you think about eating horses?
Oh, people do that.
Hey, bud, don't even come at me with that eating horses bullshit. I'll eat my fucking dog if it comes down to the brass tacks of it.
Okay, well,
you're just because you own an animal, it's still an animal. A horse ain't no different from a fucking cow.
A few more brain cells, maybe.
That's one way to look at it. All right, man. Well, you enjoy your horse and dog steaks, and we will talk to you very soon if history dictates.
I'm just saying, bud. I'm just saying. It's all protein.
Thank you, buddy.
There's protein in cum, too.
What the fuck happened tonight?
I don't know.
Weird shit.
The horse thing, though, that's not uncommon. I think we're one of like the few countries out there not cool with that.
Yeah, Europe, I know, is okay with eating horses.
And I've been told that it's basically a really tender beef type texture, but sweeter.
I've heard horse is good.
Yeah. I've never heard a bad thing.
Guys, we got a few more minutes left. We can watch some weird shit. Also, we did end up. Oh, here, goal got knocked out. I don't think $3 is worth saying we still need a goal here. So don't worry about that. I think we got it. I think ballpark $3 is okay.
Don't
we could
be
miss,
consistent. Play the music.
We could miss by $3 every single show, and I think we'd still be okay. I hate to let the cat out of the bag there, but it's 100% true.
Buddy might eat it.
You don't want to let the cat out of the bag because Buddy might just end up cooking the motherfucker.
Can you imagine skinning and spit roasting a cat? There's like nothing on it.
Phrasing.
Spit roasting a pussy?
Yes. Now that's hard to do.
Oh.
A side note, President Biden told reporters Wednesday.
Wow, it's like he's next to me.
That, you know what? Let's just play Joe Biden's clip, and you guys tell me.
Look at his shirt.
Where you think this went wrong. This is Joe Biden, and he zipped all of his old skin and tucked it into this. That's the one thing I hate about. I don't think old people should wear suits. Because, like when old people wear suits, it takes all their wrinkled skin and forces it to either puff up like a French collared shirt from the 1700s, or they got to shove all their old skin
I'm going to do this
down their neck.
Do you think I can't get this button?
That's all right. So let's play this Joe Biden clip. This is just after he went to Israel. They were talking about Hamas, misfiring their rockets at shit and stuff like that. By the way, did you know what the hospital thing? The hospital wasn't even bombed. Something landed in the parking lot. So it wasn't even an actual hospital
Anything for the
bombing.
outrage.
Yeah. So Joe Biden was commenting on the rocket thing. Now remember, Hamas is launching rockets into Israel. Their goal with these rockets is to hit Israeli civilians and kill them.
Okay.
That's the backdrop for this. Ladies and gentlemen, the most powerful man in the world, the President of the United States of America.
Look, and I'm not suggesting that Hamas deliberately did it either. It's that old thing, got to learn how to shoot straight.
Joe Biden.
Learn how to shoot.
Joe Biden just told the people trying to fire rockets at civilians that they should learn how to shoot straight.
Aim better.
God, what a fucking idiot.
Suggesting that Hamas deliberately did it either. It's that old thing, got to learn how to shoot straight.
Go fuck yourself.
And it's not the first time Hamas has launched something that didn't function very well. So I don't know.
They launched your brain?
Dude, Ramstein Air Base, Germany sounds like a good time. Can we go?
What terminal are you checking out of at Ramstein Air Base? Du Hast. Actually.
That's you.
All the detail, but I do know the people at the Defense Department who I respect, the intelligence community that I respect. It's highly improbable that Israel did that.
He just sounds like he needs to go to bed.
I mean, he looked like he had his PJs on.
He just sounds like he's always just this close, ready for a nap.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you talk when you're sleep talking.
Yeah, he says, I just, you got to learn how to shoot the rocket straight. And I was talking to some people about there's, and then on a side note,
You're actually somehow more coherent than he is when you're sleep talking.
It's hard to do a Joe Biden impression because you feel the need still to enunciate your words. So you already put yourself at a disadvantage.
You're fighting your nature.
Yeah, exactly. Doing a Joe Biden impression is fighting your very essence of a human being at that point. Be More Lent says, I'm sure it's okay that the leaders from Russia and China met up today and had another meet and greet. I'm sure everything's fine. Yeah, we're good.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you worry about it.
Don't you worry, Chow.
You're just being a big worry wart. That's all. Just a real big worry wart.
Hate a worry wart.
How's Keanu doing after her shooting thing? How's this going tonight?
Oh, she's cute.
We'll send you guys over to Keanu.
If you're new,
after
subscribe.
Oh, look, her untoward board. Shooting at people. Stray bullets.
Crumbs.
We have fun here normally. Normally there aren't too many tears. Normally bullets don't fly through the window.
Gino's in the background somewhere.
Yes.
We do Untoward Tuesday. Keanu Cast is on Wednesday. We have guests, tons of guests. We have mimes coming on. It's going to be a bacchanal.
So she got... Wait a minute. How's a mime going to work on a verbal medium?
It's visual. People are tuning in to watch her.
We're going to do
now, if she announces that a mime will be there,
it's
then
ballsy.
they'll watch.
Look, I'm telling you, it's ballsy. You know, the mime thing.
I do like that Charlie Sucks as a Human Being was up during the
That was
entire
great that
thing.
Charlie was calling into Keanu's show. And somebody wrote, Charlie sucks as a human being in the chat. And that is what was up when the bullets started flying. Were they having a gun debate on Keanu Cast? You know where you don't have a really autistic Second Amendment discussion is on a woman's stream who just had somebody shot outside her house.
Yeah, it's
just
gonna be
not
a little
the time.
biased, probably.
It's like trying to talk to people about how we fuck up cancer treatment in the United States after someone just found out their mom has cancer. Not the discussion to have.
Time and place.
At the moment.
Not open
Don't
up
let
the
him
phone lines
take up
right
any
now.
time tonight.
Let me
Don't let who
let me
take
look
up
at
any
what
time.
I
Hold on a
missed
minute.
here. Okay.
Charlie.
Alan.
What's Charlie? Oh.
Not now, Charles.
Charles.
Charles, okay, we're not opening
Don't
up
let
the
him-
phone
You
lines
know what?
right
I'm a little pissed because Charles doesn't call me anymore. He just calls Keanu.
Charles is a piece of shit. Nobody
That's-
should answer his calls.
That's the allegation.
I was watching her last night, and it was like right before this whole thing happened, and he's like sitting there just like, in his opinion, roasting her on her own show, and she's just like letting him do it. And I'm like, there does come a time where you don't have to.
Right, you just hang up
You
on the
could just
asshole.
hang up.
Alaric says, holy shit, that's Gino's girlfriend? What the fuck? How does he pull that? That's what a lot of people
funny,
say.
Charm.
Yeah, being elderly and Keanu having a dad fetish. That's a big part of it.
I think
it helps.
Look at him. He's down here again. He knows.
Scooby Jooby Jew with $3 says, don't pretend you're too good for this $3. When have I ever said, and I'm going to be honest with you, it was going to slightly annoy me to be off by that $2 or $3 or whatever it was tonight. So Scooby Jooby Jew, you actually did save my autism for the evening. So thank you very, very much. Appreciate that, pal. Anything you guys throw in the next 5 minutes goes towards tomorrow morning. We do have a full goal for tomorrow morning, but here's what I say. Just for Johnny's ego, let's knock out that goal tomorrow morning. Because we can't have 2 days of coming up short with Johnny on the air, or he's going to think it's his fault when it isn't. Today's show was very good.
It's not even close to his fault.
All right, let's check it out. What do we got here, guys?
Buddy, I got some shit to talk about, Keanu.
To accept, press.
Oh, boy. Here we go. Yes, buddy. What do you got for us?
Hi.
What's going on, pal?
I was just kidding. This is Jake Hudson. Can you see my forehead? Can you see it?
See, buddy, I didn't know you were
No,
an
but seriously.
impressionist. Oh, time out. Nope.
Seriously, no.
We're done with seriously. Give me a second. You can talk about Keanu in a moment. I have terrible, awful breaking news before the end of the show. I hate to end the show like this.
No, run it. Go, bud.
Paulie died. Burt Young passed away, 83 years old.
At least he was 83. That somehow makes it better.
Fucking Burt Young, even as he got older, especially, just a fucking cutie. And now he's gonzo.
I miss Abbott and Costello.
April, here. Yeah, Burt Young. You didn't think Burt Young was a cutie?
Yeah, that's cute, I guess.
He was such a cutie as he got older.
Oh, I'd take him in.
Yeah. That sucks ass, man. He's really one of the guys. He was in Sopranos for a couple episodes, too. That was awesome.
Did he just die of like old age or was he sick?
Yeah, no, Burt Young he was old.
Okay.
He was 83 and it was time to go.
That's okay.
A former boxer
There's
from...
an autistic child that for some reason Aaron remembers.
What?
Your autistic way to like identify like strange actors in like places and shit like that.
Burt Young was Paulie. I mean, Paulie's a pretty big one.
Yeah, everyone should know him, right?
Gray Idol says YouTube does take 30% of that $3, so the goal is not met.
Ooh.
All right, guys, you heard him. We're 90 cents away. All right, we got 3 minutes, and we're 90 cents away from today's goal.
I have a dime and a nickel.
Oh, so that's we're
15.
75 cents away.
75 cents.
75 cents from today's goal. Buddy, what did you have to say about Keanu before we get that 90s? Guys, 75 cents away. You've got this. Go ahead, buddy.
I'm waiting.
No, go. You wanted to say something about Keanu, you said.
Yeah. So, like, when you showed her, like, with the gunshots and shit like that, I sent you that message. She really did look like the scary woman thing. And she, like, typed in, white woman in trouble. And all of a sudden, the cops were there.
Yeah.
And I have been literally
killing.
The
cops make it for white women. They really do. Now, I got to let you go, buddy. I got to let you go because we got a minute and a half, and MSO is talking some serious shit. Thank you, pal. MSO is saying, I got this. He's counting this as a win.
MSO
is going to count this as a win if we don't get that last 75 cents. Is that what I'm to understand? Well, then you know what? I'm playing that game. Boys and girls, we are 75 cents away from tonight's goal. Who's got us with that last $1 super chat or Rumble? Yule Gibbons with $1 on Rumble. And the goal has been met.
That is sick.
Oh, there it is. MSO takes the L as Yule Gibbons comes up with $1 over on Rumble.
That is a sickness.
Jesus. Bree S saying, Aaron, you've got an event coming up this weekend. Groom that crazy peak for crying out loud.
I know. Chrissy's going to be afraid of you.
All right. Well, look, guys. Here. Gray Idol's with 99 cents as well, so we made it. There's the link to Chrissy tickets for this weekend. Chrissy tickets. Boom. There it is.
Thank you.
There's only about 20 to 25 left at this point. So go ahead and get your tickets as soon as possible. April, thank you very much.
Thanks, boss.
We appreciate you guys being here as well. Thanks for knocking that out for us today. Very, very cool. And thank you to, who's the guy who threw in the 100 today?
John April.
John April. Thank you very much for the 100. That was huge. Vidam, thank you for the $5. That's going into tomorrow morning's goal. We appreciate that. And we will talk to the rest of you at 6 a.m. Central Time. Be here even if it's MEA. We love to beef up the numbers a little bit. And we will talk to you then. And April will be bringing, she won't be back by the time the show's over, but she'll be leaving to go get the lovely and talented Chrissy Mayer tomorrow as well.